Oh. 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 Akhanda mandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tat padam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Dhyana Moolam Guror Murti Puja Moolam Guror Padam Mantra Moolam Guror Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Krapa. So, if anybody has a question, you can please raise because we're waiting for some people to join. In the meanwhile, any questions are welcome. Anybody has a question? People without questions have come to the class. Any questions? So, Ashok, any questions? Ask. Ask. That's why I want important, very important. Ask. Sometimes say. His wife says, sometimes you'll be calm, sometimes you'll be very angry. Correct? So you're asking the question from wife's point of view or your point of view? First of all, to be angry and to be calm, nothing wrong in that. Right? The problem is when you are angry, your wife will be not calm. When you are calm, your wife will be angry. She's asking question for herself. When you are angry, she is disturbed. When you are calm, she is still disturbed. Why this fellow is calm? She is asking a question from her point of view, not your point of view. Right? Now, whom should I, whose point of view I should answer the question? So, I am also a little curious why it's happening. Why it's happening is because who is angry, you have not understood. Right? Who is angry, if you understand, this question will not come. If you don't understand who is angry, this question will never be answered. See, the anger is for the mind. Anger appears in the mind. Understand? The mind is a program, like a computer program. Okay. Press something, anger will come. Press something else, fear will come. Right? Computer is a program. Okay. Mind is nothing but a program. Understand? So the program called mind gets triggered by when you give something. Something else will give something. So the mind is a program which gets activated by circumstances of life. Are you the program? Is Ashok a program? Are you a program?
No. No.
The problem is you think you are a program. That's a problem. Okay. There are body programs. Okay. Tell me body programs. That's how happening. Body programs is nice food. Hunger is okay. Hunger is what is required for the body, petrol. Craving of the time.
Guruji,
Yes.
aludu, crying.
Crying. Okay. So the body has programs, right? All those things are programs of body. Correct now? So your body programs, can you identify body programs, all of you? Tell me one by one. Anybody can tell? Crying is one program. What else program is there? Body program? Yeah, somebody says you are saying donkey, you'll say monkey. It's a body program or mind program? It's a mental program. So if you hit him, it's a body program also is coming picture. Okay. So body is a program, mind is a program. But are you a program? Then if the question will come, where will come? If Ashok is not a program, then why are you asking this question? So the mind is a program. Okay, it's a pakka program. Right? A program means what? Some input is given, some output will come. What kind of idiot you are? Immediately anger will come. Because you know deep inside you are an idiot. You don't accept it. So the program called mind is triggered by external events. Understand? There's nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that. But the problem is, if you think you are a program, then you are in trouble. If you think you are the program, you are in trouble. Otherwise, you realize a program, right? If the computer screen, somebody starts crying, you will cry. It's a program. But the problem is, if you start thinking that you are the program, then you will start crying. So there's a separation between you, real you, and the program. The separation has not happened. Okay. So that's why the program gets triggered and you say, I got angry, then you'll start consoling, or some actions will come. So if you understand this is a program, this program will laugh. Understand? Why the body program, why the program called mind, anger gets triggered? What is anger? What is anger? When will you get angry? Okay, he doesn't know when he gets angry. He knows when his wife gets angry. Tell me. When his wife gets angry. When things are not happening. Why things are not happening? Not anybody else. When husband doesn't do what he is supposed to be done, anger will come. Because husband should do always what I think should be done. Or what I say should be done. Many times what his wife says, husband will do. But what wife thinks, you can't understand. Can't tell you anger. Right? So anger is because things are not happening according to you. Correct? According to your wish. So when things don't happen according to your wish, then what happens to you inside? What happens to you? Because all of you are angry now. Why agitation is there? Why agitation is there? Why? Huh? Why it's happening? Somebody is saying. Why? What is happening? Anger is there. You feel helpless, right? Understand? You feel helpless, but you are not ready to help. Except you are helpless. You are not ready to help except helpless. You feel deep inside, I'm powerful. Huh? No. Deep inside, you are powerful because you are Atma.
We think that we are not.
No. I'm saying in your experience, you are helpless, but in reality, you are not helpless. Okay, there's a fight between the reality and unreality. Deep inside, you know you are all powerful. Deep inside, okay. This I can't accept because Atma is powerful. Atma is all power. Deep inside, you are powerful, but externally things are not happening. So the clash is what you are deep inside and what you are experiencing. There's a gap. Okay, this gap is called helplessness, but you are not ready to accept helplessness because deep inside you know I am powerful, Atma. Outside is not happening. So that is called anger. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Deep inside, all of you are Atma. Atma is all powerful, almighty. But in your experience, you are not powerful. Understand? The frustration, I am powerful, but things are not happening to according to me, is called anger. The frustration, the gap between the reality and experience is called anger. It's nothing to do with the husband or nothing to do with the wife. Understand? Why you are angry is clear. Why wife is angry clear. Wife is deep inside. She doesn't feel she's wife. She feels I am the Atma deep inside. Okay. Everybody feels that I am the Atma deep inside. As Atma, perfection. But as a husband, as a wife, as a person, we are very weak. Identity is weak. Right? So now, external experience, your weakness is coming out. Inside, you are feeling all powerful. I have the ability. I am powerful. So this gap is causing a friction. That friction is called anger. Do you agree? People agree with what I'm saying?
I am powerful.
No. I'm speaking of reality. So the ego is unreality. As a body, you're never powerful. No, I'm saying ego is also Atma only. That we'll find out today. Ego is Atma thinking and then the body. Is there something called ego separate from Atma? Is there anything separate from Atma? Nothing. So ego is Atma itself feeling I am the body because of superimposition. Misinterpretation.
She asked, I am powerful, is it not ego? Actually, ego doesn't know that it is the Atman which is powerful.
No. Ego deep inside. So when you say, what is ego? Please understand. What is ego? Ego, tell me one line, what is ego? No, I'm saying, ego, I am body is ego. Right? So in that body is the matter. I am is consciousness. I means consciousness, I am is existence. That means what ego is saying, I am the Atma. And Atma's body is saying. Right? So if I am the Atma, ego also knows that Atma is perfection, Purnatva. And the body, I have become helpless. So now this conflict is called anger. Understand? So please understand, this is real deeper spiritual understanding of anger. If you go to psychology, will give anger because something happened to you in your life. Okay? The cause and effect is totally different. The cause and effect for anger is nothing because of what happened in your life. Cause and effect is when you say I am body, you're speaking I is consciousness, I am is existence. That means Sat and Chit. And the moment Sat and Chit, you forget Ananda, infinity. So you say I am body. So now there's a tussle, a friction within you. Elephant in the raffle. Okay. So this tussle is anger. It's nothing to do with the wife, nothing to do with the husband. Right? Next time when your wife gets angry, give this theory. He'll get a beating. You'll get a thorough beating. This only, please understand, this understanding is only for the people who have come to this class, not for the people outside. The moment you tell outside, you'll get beaten. Not anger is converted to beating. Physical beating.
Why is the extent of anger different then? If it is, the gap is like, if you understand.
See, the extent of anger from whose point of view? Right? Extent of anger. Depending on helplessness, little bit helplessness, more helpless. Okay? Understand? Somebody loses 10 rupees. He's angry. It's okay. Somebody loses 1 rupee. He may be more angry. So how you perceive things is not about situation.
Finiteness. And if you break that finiteness, then this anger dissolves.
So you're saying if you limit ourselves to finiteness, the anger is there. The moment you break the anger will not be there. And there will be peace. So that's why calmness is there. Okay? Calmness is unconsciously, you're again settling in Atma. Unconsciously. Now, consciously settling in Atma is what you're teaching you. Is the question answered? So somebody is asking a question on Zoom. Let me answer. Namaste, Prabhuji. It's time permits. Please let me know. How do we gain confidence on spiritual journey that we are making progress here? If emotions are well managed, Does it mean that we are making progress? Same situation happens, take it differently, sometimes anger, neutral. Okay, Satish, are you there? Satish, you asked
Prabhuji,
this question.
namaste. Yeah, I'm there.
So, tape, measurement tape. Satish, your question is how do I know I am making a progress in spiritual journey? Is that question summary correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, I'll show you tape. I have a special tape. Measurement tape. How many meters you have gone into the spiritual journey? I'll show you. So, any of you have measuring tape? A magical measuring tape for spiritual journey? Can you please raise your hand? Sean, you have? You have been on spiritual journey for a long time. Okay. See, there's a very special tape here. Measuring tape of spiritual journey. Okay. This is a very magical tape. Any of you want? It's very expensive. So, Satish, you're asking such a tape exists, right?
Yes, sir.
See, you have to remember a word called FIRE. F means FIRE, fire. Understand? So fire means, you know what is fire, right? If you, the moment you, if you are some fire, you touch, you start burning, jumping. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So there's fire in our life. Somebody talks something, you'll get angry. Somebody talks something, you'll get emotional. Somebody talks something, you'll get, the fire will come. A small incident is required to create fire in our life. If you are progressing spiritual journey, the fire in your life comes down. It will not go finally, it will go finally sometime. But fire in your life comes down gradually. Okay. What is fire? Frequency. How often you get angry? How often you get emotional disturbance? How often? Right? Before spiritual journey you are starting, you are getting angry every 10 minutes. Okay. Now you are getting angry once in 2 days. You are making progress.
Okay.
Okay. F means frequency.
Yeah.
Second is intensity. Earlier, if you get angry, you'll break somebody's head. Okay. So now if you get angry, you'll break some object. Okay. Intensity will come down. After someone get angry, you'll not break anything. You'll break your head. Okay. Something you'll break. But intensity will come down. After some time, intensity will also go. You will not break anything. Many people earlier, when they get angry, you used to break down. Okay. Now breakdown will come down. Okay. Sometime once in a while break will happen, but it will not break down. Right? Intensity will come down. FI. R means what? Recovery. Earlier, if you get angry, 10 days you will not recover. Hopeless case. Now, if you get angry, 1 day you'll be okay. So, this is the progress in spiritual journey. Okay. If you are making progress in spiritual journey, these are things which you'll notice. One husband and wife used to come to my class. They are married for about 30 plus years. The wife says, in last 30 years, our marriage is completely disturbed. Every day we keep on fighting. Okay. So they both husband and wife attend the class. After 1 year, they're coming back and saying, our situation is very improved. Oh, have you divorced or something? Are you divorced? No, we are not divorced. We are now better, improved. Last 30 years, we are improved. After 1 year class. So what is the improvement? You stop fighting. How can you stop fighting, sir? What is the enjoyment of marriage without fighting? So you're fighting. So earlier we used to fight every day. Now you fight once in a week. The frequency has come down. Then intensity. The wife says, earlier if I get angry, okay, I used to go and hit the vessels in the kitchen. And vessels used to get damaged. Now nothing is happening. Intensity has come down. Then recovery. Guruji, before coming to class, when we fight, 15 days, not talking to each other. So now are you talking? Yes, yes. After 5 minutes, we'll smile and talk. Right? So F-I-R-E, fire comes down in your life. That is the sign of spiritual journey. But always up and down. There'll be like a sometimes a little more, sometimes less. That's okay. But finally it'll settle down. Finally when you settle down, it's called enlightenment. But don't wait for enlightenment day. So you don't want to write and publish it in diary. Such a date. On this date, I got married at 12 o'clock, muhurtam. On this date, I got enlightened, muhurtam. No such muhurtam is there. Okay, people want to, all these spiritual books they read. They read then, oh, enlightenment happened such and such a date and such a cave in such and such a place in Himalayas. Don't be as such under illusion because you'll never be able to go to Himalayas. Even if you want to go, your wife will not allow. So enlightenment, if it all has to happen, it will happen in the house. And it will not happen in the jataka and timing. Okay, you keep on progressively reducing the fire in your life. One day fire will be off. Okay, understand? Okay, right now what's happening? Fire is happening, and you are putting in petrol also. So fire, earlier, before coming to classes, petrol is your wife says something, you'll get angry, or you say something, wife will get angry. That's a petrol. Now, after coming to enlightenment, I'm still getting angry. I'm not enlightened. Why I'm not enlightened? You're adding petrol called enlightenment to the anger. Oh, I'm coming to, then wife also will come and say, see, I told you, you're going for spiritual classes for last 2 years. You're not improved at all. That anger will be seeing anger. Very common dialogue. See, you are worsened after that. That actually increases the fire. Okay, don't start putting fire to this thing. Keep on reducing the fire in your life. Okay, one day the fire will be off. And then don't say that this day the fire got off. This day I got enlightened. Don't say that. Nothing such is there. All of us are waiting to, because we want to, all the celebrations we want, no? Have birthday celebration, marriage celebration, anniversary celebration. I want to celebrate my enlightenment day also. Such illusions you drop because you are always enlightened. You don't know it. That's all. Does that answer your question, Satish?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay. What is the degree of fire now? Tell me on the tape. 1 meter, 2 meter. Before coming to class and after coming to class, difference is there?
Definitely, sir.
Okay. So keep on improving that. Okay. One day the fire will go.
Yeah.
Stop putting petrol to the fire.
Yeah.
Anybody else any questions?
So on this path, sir, seems like the situations like earlier to now are getting more challenging as we travel.
This is actually another illusion of spiritual journey. Okay. What is challenging? Tell me. Let's understand what is the word called challenging. What may be challenging? So Satish, you are saying word called challenging. What is challenging? Are you listening? Satish, I am not able to hear you.
Sorry, sir. The network is. I said it is difficult to surpass or to achieve.
No, this is where the problem is. You don't have to achieve anything. Okay. More and more, you have to become aware of yourself. Right? It's not an achievement. So, Satish, are you a man? Really?
Yes, sir.
To become a man, you have to achieve something?
No, not really. No, sir, not really.
You have to achieve something when you have to become something what you are not. The problem here is you can't become anything what you are not. You have to recognize what you are. So it's not an achievement. The wrong understanding that there's an achievement is a false problem. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So spiritual journey is not challenging. On the other hand, spiritual journey is joyful. Sir, have you come to the class? Today you are sitting for the class, right? Satish?
Yeah.
It is going to be a 4-hour class.
Yeah.
If it's a torture, will you sit a 4-hour class? Prabhuji is torturing me 4 hours.
No, sir.
Why are you sitting for 4 hours?
It guides me on the journey of life.
It's a joy. It's not a challenge. Please understand.
Yeah.
Spiritual journey is always a joy. It's not a torture. It's not a challenge. If it is a challenge, while you come to the class, you go to IIT, no, there will be always everyday challenges. The problems will be there. Spiritual journey is not at all challenging. Spiritual journey is a joy. That's why all the way people have come from here. Somebody has come from Mangalore also. I don't know whether he come from Mangalore for a class or because of wife. But he has come. So fire extinction. Okay, let's start the class now. I'm waiting for Shruti and Yashmita. Shruti and Yashmita, if they don't come, I can't start the class. Okay. So make sure the next time you come early. Okay, let us start the class. Okay. How many of you want a spiritual experience? Please raise your hand. So the question is about spiritual experience. How many of you want spiritual experience? Some spiritual experience you want, right? Understand? Any of you? Only one person, two people only. Huh? Everybody else has come. No, I don't want. They don't want to experience. I don't know why you all come here. Okay. Who wants spiritual experience? You want spiritual experience. You want spiritual experience. In that street corner, there's a spirit shop. There's a shop. Just pay some money and take this much peg. You'll get a spiritual experience. Spirit experience. Understand? It's very easy. You don't have to come all the way here. In Mangalore, you don't have shops. Please understand. Spiritual experience is not a separate experience. Okay, this is an illusion people have. I want a spiritual experience in life. Every experience is spiritual. That understanding is life. Spiritual experience is not a special experience. Everything you experience in life is spiritual experience. Right now, you are a material experience, spiritual experience, all split is there. All split will go. So instead of saying experience, I'm experienced, I want experience, you'll say I am experience. Is there a difference between I want experience and I am experience? What is the difference between I want experience and I am experience? Can we tell?
I want experience depend on external factors. If it is under the frame of different birds.
Correct.
And I am the experience. It is my innate nature.
It's my innate nature. I am the experience. Okay. I want experience means I am lacking something. The spirituality is understanding that every experience, I am the experience. Okay. And all experiences are unreal, mithya. That doesn't mean you don't have to run away from that. Somebody gives a nice jamun. No. Jamun experience mithya. I don't want to eat. I'm spiritual. Please understand, spirituality is people start making all type of understanding. Oh, I'm spiritual. I don't want any experience. Nothing like that. Atma is everything. Okay. So the problem is wrong understanding of world experience itself causing problem for all of us. This is the biggest myth which is there in spiritual life. Wrong experience, wrong understanding. One day I'll get some spiritual experience. You're always waiting for the one day will never come because there's no one day. There's always today. It's always here and now. Okay. If you are not able to understand here and now, you'll never be able to understand. Because spirituality, you are Atma, Brahman, now. Here and now. No, tomorrow one day I'll become Brahman. Tomorrow one day I'll become Atma. Impossible. Okay. So it's always here and now. Right? Here and now also I'll define very clearly. 21st floor. Okay, within this room. Okay, I'll take some understanding and go out and get experience. It is not. Understand? Either you understand here and now, or you don't understand. Is it that simple? So let us understand experience. Okay. Have you experienced banana? How many of you have experienced banana? Apple. Please raise your hand. Okay. Please raise your hand. Other people have not experienced banana. Apple. Let me say banana. How many have experienced banana? Yeah. Huh? You know? So who has experienced banana? All of you have experienced banana, right? So when you say experience banana, what it means? Let me understand. Experience banana means what? Experience banana means what? Experience apple means what? Experience something in life means what? Please tell me.
Thinking, tasting, thinking that it happened.
Experience something in my life means I did something and I became happy. You experience happiness. Nothing else. Everything else incidentally. Somebody will become happy with a chocolate, somebody will become happy with a banana. He gave some different names. Ultimately, experience means happiness. Everything else is incidental, triggering. Understand? We only experience happiness in life. If I give something to eat and you'll feel not happy, you'll not. That may be bitter experience. Bitter experience, I don't have happiness, is the experience. Is that also experience happiness? Like that Ayurveda, you go the kashayam, no? Okay, bitter. So you take. You come back and say, no, bitter experience is not experience, it's not an experience of happiness. All experience in life is about happiness. Some experience will give happiness when you take it in. Some experience will give happiness when you take it out. I don't want ish kashaya, there is happiness. So basically, all experiences are nothing but happiness in different way. Is it clear? So only one experience we have in life is happiness. No, I don't have happiness. If you don't have happiness, you cannot live. You'll be happy with something. Okay. So any experience means happiness. That's all is experience. Everything else is some name given. Right? Understand? So there are no many experiences. There's only experience of happiness in various ways. Is it clear? Whether it's banana, apple, or whiskey, or brandy, or something, ultimately you are experiencing happiness in some name.
Experience happiness, but person of sadness, so we this thing, oh, we have sadness whole life.
1% sadness, you're looking for happiness outside, somewhere else. So it's only any experience in life is finally translated to happiness. Presence or absence of happiness. That's all. So you can give so many names to the happy experience. So understand, it's only about happiness. Happiness is the experience. There are not variety of experiences. Somebody will go on the Himalaya, somebody will go somewhere, somebody will see a movie, somebody will sit at home. Ultimately, what you are experiencing is happiness. You can use so many names. Correct? There's only one experience called happiness. That happiness is called spiritual journey. There is spiritual. Happiness is spiritual. Happiness is not material. Happiness is your own nature you are experiencing in any situation. Understand? What is happiness? Tell me. What is happiness? I will be happy if I drink a cup of tea. Is happiness. Really, what happens when you drink a cup of tea? Our mind is always full of thoughts. Normally. Thoughts is unhappiness. The more thoughts you have, more unhappiness. When you drink a cup of coffee, you don't have anything else to do. No, you're drinking a cup of coffee. Mind becomes silent for some time. When the mind becomes silent, the bliss of the Atma reflects in the mind. So then you keep the cup of tea here. That for a moment, mind was silent and happiness was reflected of Atma, happiness of Atma reflected. So that moment, mind became silent. The silence of the mind, happiness is reflected. And that you call as happiness. Nothing else. Understand? But wrongly, you think the happiness came from tea. That's why we'll keep on searching for happiness for many things. It's not about things which gives happiness. It's the mind becoming silent momentarily makes the happiness, because mind is receiving the happiness from Atma at that moment. Understand? Are you clear? And happiness of Atma is spiritual. So all happinesses are nothing but A glimpse of spiritual bliss. Glimpse. I don't know. Is it simple? Anybody has a question? Then what are you looking for a spiritual experience? Somebody sees beautiful light. Oh God, I have seen you. Namaskara. Ultimately, his experience is happiness. Understand? Okay. For the happiness, he can say God or anything else he can call, but ultimately, it's the happiness. Ultimately, what you're experiencing. Is it clear? Now, let me ask you a question.
Guruji, I have a question.
Wait, Gayatri. You question, type it so that I'll answer at the end of that. Okay.
I typed.
Okay. Let me just. Okay. So happiness is what you are seeking. Happiness is what you are experiencing. Any experience is ultimately happiness. Right? Is it clear? So there's nothing called spiritual happy experience or material experience. Happiness from banana, happiness from mango, happiness from pineapple, happiness from some liquor or coffee is all ultimately happiness. You give some different names. Why do you want happiness? Huh? Why do you want happiness? If happiness is not there, you'll feel miserable. Right? Because happiness is your nature. You're uncomfortable not being happy. Understand? So, happiness is your nature. You are not comfortable when you are not happy. Are we clear? That's why you seek happiness. But the problem is seeking happiness from the outer world, objects. You don't know the mechanism of happiness. Anything I get, momentally my mind becomes silent. Then my happiness is reflected in the mind that I don't understand. Understand? What you experience the mind is reflected happiness. That happens, people will do so many ways. Somebody will do pranayama, somebody will do breathing, somebody will go to Himalayas, somebody will sit in cave, somebody will do chanting, bhajan, prayer. Everything is trying to trigger that happiness in the mind. Trigger that happiness. Understand?
Is it the happiness that we seek or the peacefulness that we seek?
No. Peace in the mind is happiness. Peace and happiness come together, reflect in the mind. Mind is peaceful only reflect. No, when the reflection of sun happens in water, when the mind, water is still. Momentally mind becomes silent. So, silence of the mind is the condition for happiness to reflect. Ultimately, if you ask, you say, I want peace of mind or I want happiness, they mean same thing, but they come together, packaged in. If you don't have peace of mind, there is no happiness. If you have happiness, there's a peace of mind. There's no peace of mind. Let me ask you that way. There's no happiness. There's no peace of mind. Is there happiness? There is no happiness. Is there a peace of mind? No, I'm saying, I'll ask the question very clear. There is peace of mind. There's no peace of mind. There's no happiness. Is it true? There's no happiness. There's no peace of mind. The other way also. Correct.
It does not mean it's peace of mind. We forget.
No, that's because that's where I'm saying we forget everything is the peace of mind that you don't recognize as a peace of mind. You're not recognizing. That's what I'm saying. No, listen clearly. Because you're not understanding the mechanism of happiness, you're saying that. When you say, I'm happy, I'll forget everything. That forgetting everything, mind has become peaceful. So, but that you're calling happiness, you're forgetting the peace of the mind. Mind silence. I'm saying the happiness and the peace of mind, they're coming together. They're not separate. You may not be able to recognize that. No. Happiness is more temporary compared to peace of mind. It's not true. When the peace of mind is there, that itself is called happiness. But when you associate something, then I'll say, I am happy. That's all. It's an association. Really, peace of mind and happiness is coming together. If you don't have peace of mind, there's no happiness. If there's no happiness, there's no peace of mind. The other way also. It's two names given for one. So what do you call as peace of mind? Please tell me. When there are no thoughts. What do you call happiness? No, this is where the problem is. No. Listen carefully. This is where the problem is. Okay. Peace of mind is no thought. Is it clear? Okay. When I drink a cup of coffee, momentarily my mind is silent. Momentarily. No, pa. No. You're not listening carefully. I'm saying because you're not observed what your experiences. You are telling like that. I'm telling you. When I want coffee. I'm agitated. Mind is restless. That's unhappiness. Put a cup of coffee in your mouth. Momentarily, the mind becomes silent. Starts crying. So that time, bliss of the self is in the mind. Okay. So that bliss, immediately mind will come up, and will say, I'm happy now. But that I'm happy is a post-factor statement. It's not happening. The moment you say I'm happy, you are already come out of happiness. That's why you start looking for something else. So when you are happy, you are silent. You are not able to speak. The moment you start speaking, verbalizing that already it's gone. So that period when you're silent is called period of happiness or period of silence.
In this case of coffee, that experiencing happiness.
Experiencing happiness is happening. Understand? Are you clear? So in the experiencing, there's no experiencer and experienced. Subject and object is not there. Momentarily subject-object duality is gone. So what you are really experiencing is not happiness, not peace, but disappearance of subject-object duality momentarily. That's called non-duality. Okay. So now this non-duality, in any experience, non-duality is there. That's why happiness is there. Momentarily. Because mind will come back and just make a running commentary. Guruji is saying, I'm happiness. I was momentarily happiness, but I'm still unhappy. So immediately mind is making running commentary. The moment you mind makes running commentary, the happiness is gone. Peace is gone. Understand? Thoughts are back. Moment thoughts are back, your happiness is covered. It's not there. It's not gone. It's covered. Is it clear? Is this much clear?
So actually, when you started with the question, what is the experience for you? How to tell that? When you ask about the experience, the moment I talk about it, it becomes a thought.
Correct.
But when
The moment when it's happening, it's experiencing. In the experiencing, there's no subject-object duality.
Thing actually is happening, but
Experience.
when I want to say about it, it is a thought.
Correct. So any experiencing is temporary. Okay. That's why it's called mithya. Any experiencing is ultimately for happiness or seeking happiness. Right? I'm unhappy. Okay. I want some happiness. You're seeking happiness. Okay. You have happiness in seeking happiness. That's why you're seeking. Are you understanding? We'll come to that. We'll come to God. First, let's come to you. Right? Please understand, our journey of life is just happiness. So, no, I'm not happy. I want to go to a movie or I want to go to a satsang. Why? You are seeking happiness. And you are finding happiness in seeking itself. So that means what? All your experiences are about happiness only. Understand? You can give some names. Is it clear? So now, is this much clear to all of you? So now all experiences from objects is temporary. This is the mithya. But we are not denying happiness. Okay. Once you realize the happiness didn't come from my objects, happiness is my nature, then it's called jnana. Then you are free. So many people think that enlightenment is experience. So you are sitting for months together, meditation. I want to get an enlightenment experience. You are a fool. You will not get an enlightenment experience because enlightenment is not a special experience. Okay. So you have to recognize I am experience. I am happiness. That's called jnana. It's not an experience. Enlightenment is not an experience. Enlightenment is a jnana. As long as you are running behind experience, you are still in Maya. Once you recognize my nature is happiness, I am happiness. That is called mukti, liberation. Okay. Now, I am happiness is not an experience. I am happiness is a jnana derived from experience. Knowledge. a clarity, crystal clarity. My nature is happiness. This is called Atmadana. Atmadana is not an experience. Atmadana is a clarity.
So lose happiness every cognition of an object.
Correct.
Yes. No, you won't. I'll make sure that you don't lose it. I'll make sure that you don't lose happiness. Okay. Are we clear now? Okay. Now Gayatri has asked a question on YouTube. Let's see. Zoom. Let me go to question on Zoom. So question is, ego is identification of the body. No. What is the question, Gayatri? Where is the window? Where is the question? Gayatri, can you ask the question again? Repeat. She has dropped out or what? Huh?
Link is separate.
Oh, Gayatri is asking question. Experience is knowing. Correct. Is she there or not there? Gayatri, what is your question? Are you there? Somebody called Srividya is there. Is there Gayatri? Are you there? So all time, every time when we experience something, okay, ultimately we're experiencing our own nature, happiness, right? So are we experiencing happiness? In our any experience, there's a knowing. The knowing is the background. Okay. So this is banana. It's temporary. I know. This is apple. I know. I know. So does I know change? If your knowing principle is not there, will you recognize the experience? So always you are experiencing what? Only one experience you have constantly. Only one experience which you have constantly is what? I know. I know. Only your constant experience all the time. All the time your experiences, I know.
I know that I don't know is also this.
I know, I don't know is a thought. Right? I don't know about it. I know about it. I know doesn't change. Right? So what are the experiences in life all the time? What is your constant experience in life? I know, knowingness. All experiences are ultimately knowingness. So let us say you drink a cup of coffee, you don't know that you are happy by drinking a cup of coffee. So will you drink a cup of coffee? You don't know that you're happy by drinking a cup of coffee. Will you drink a cup of coffee? So that means what is your experience? Knowing is the experience, not the happiness is the experience. No? Don't agree. What is it? Don't agree? Wait, he doesn't agree. Come. No. This is where the problem is. Knowing doesn't involve subject object. The knowing principle can throw light on presence and absence of objects. The knowledge involves subject object. The knowledge I have not. See, I know. See, separate out the I know from the. This is banana is the knowledge of object. The subject knows this is banana. There's a knowing principle which eliminates both subject and object. I know, sentient. That in that pure awareness, there's no subject and object. No, don't mix up that. That is knowing principle. If you say not knowing anything, it will become insentient, jada. That's why always it said chit. It's not said jada. See, this is where people go into wrong understanding. The knowing principle is there, but object and subject is not there. It doesn't mean that knowing principle is not there. Knowing is not there. The knowing principle is called sentience. Okay, knowing principle is there in subject and object. We are mixing up knowledge with the knowing principle. Knowing principle is a light which eliminates the knowledge. Awareness. Right? So knowing principle is the awareness. Correct. But that doesn't mean that awareness is not there. So always you are experiencing the knowing. Subject and object arise from knowing and go back to knowing. The knowing only is there all the time. How is that? We'll find out.
It is consciousness.
You don't get confused with the wordings. Right now, use the word called knowing. Knowing, you understand now. Don't mix up that wording.
ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಲುಪಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ.
Don't bring the words. Just knowing. You understand what called knowing, no? The apple is there. Knowing. Apple is not there. Knowing is there. Is that knowing understand? That much is stop it. So every experience ends up in knowing. Is that simple? If you are not able to know, then where is the experience? Understand? So always there's only one experience called knowing. That is called spirituality. You are focused on the experience, but all experience in knowing is the spiritual life. That's what you are. Your real experience and only one experience all the time is knowing. That's called Atma Jyoti. The light of self. Awareness. Okay.
But if no thoughts is awareness, like
You're mute, Guruji.
Oh, what is there in my hand?
apple.
Apple. What is there in my hand? Nothing is not a thought. Nothing is not a knowledge. You know nothing. Presence and absence both is nothing. Knowing. Right? Presence is also knowing. Absence is also knowing. Are we clear? So the knowing is the only real experience you have in life. What do you mean real means what is there all the time. Everything is appearing and disappearing. So what you know, what you are saying as happiness is that when you know something experience intuitive nature, it's called happiness. Something is not intuitive nature, it's called unhappiness. But ultimately knowing is the only experience what you have. This knowing experience, where you get, which place, where you sit and meditate, you will get this knowing experience. How do you get knowing experience by what meditation will give you knowing experience? Huh? Which cave if you sit and understand this knowing is the experience?
ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಗುರುಜಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Sir, not audible.
So don't get confused with terminologies. Okay, understand. Knowing is a simple thing to understand. If I give you some Latin word, will it make it better for you? Huh? I know this apple, but apple does not know me. That's inert. Is it that simple? Why you want to complicate with more buzzwords? So Gayatri, are you there? It's not showing on the screen.
Yes, Guruji.
So you asked a question. Please, you missed the in between. Okay. All experiencing ends up in happiness. Ends up in happiness. That's why we want to experience, right? If I'm not happy, I'm seeking happiness. That's also for happiness. So happiness is just a name for the movie happiness, TV happiness, yoga happiness. Ultimately, happiness is our background of anything what we do. Is it true? Do you agree, Gayatri?
Yeah, Guruji.
Okay. So I am seeking happiness also because in seeking you have happiness. Understand? So all experiences are nothing but happiness. The problem here is we associate happiness with the object. It's called materialism. Once you understand happiness is my nature, then it's called enlightenment. Right? When you have to realize that? Today, before 1 o'clock. If you don't realize now and here, at this moment. So if you say, no, one day I'll do meditation and go through YouTube video and I'll recognize. Okay. Maybe you are happy with that, but then not realized. Right? So all happiness ends up in knowing. So what is real experience for all of you time? Happiness comes and goes. Okay. Experience comes and goes. But knowing doesn't come and go. The knowing light is always there. So I have happiness now. I am sad now. But knowing is always there. So only one experience we have all the time is called knowing. It's called awareness. Okay, or consciousness. Don't start looking for dictionary meaning. Okay, awareness, consciousness, knowing. I'm using interchangeably. That's the only experience you have in life. Okay, that's the only experience you can have in life. That's the only experience you can get in life, the knowing. Everything else will come and go. you don't know this. The knowing is my nature is called realization. So it doesn't come by meditation. It doesn't come by sitting in a cave of Himalayas, closing your eyes, asking, who am I? It doesn't come by asking, who am I, some million times. It comes through clarity. Is it clear? So now how many people want spiritual experience? Please raise your hands. So knowing is, Gayatri is having trouble in internet connection. Okay. So spiritual realization means knowing is happiness is not because of object. Happiness is my nature. That's all is called Jnana, Atmadana. That's all is called Mukti. Now, what will happen to you in happiness? Please tell me. Why you want to be happy? Why you are addicted to happiness? Somebody is addicted to coffee. Somebody is addicted to tea. Somebody is addicted to liquor. Somebody is addicted to something else. Why? They'll get happiness. Ultimately, addiction is for happiness, not for something else. Understand? So what is happiness? What is the nature of happiness which makes you important? It makes it important. Please tell me.
Infinite.
In happiness, we lose our boundary. We feel limitless, momentarily, infinite. We don't know our boundary. We can't even say infinite. We don't know boundary. So she used the right word. I forget myself. I lose myself. Understand? So that is the nature of happiness. You forget your limited self. That's what is happiness. And you want that again and again because that's your nature. You may experience your nature. You may experience a cup of coffee. You may experience a cup of movie. If you experience a tea, doesn't matter. So now who wants a spiritual experience? Please raise your hand. Otherwise you will not get it. Whatever you seek, you'll get it here. Who wants a spiritual experience? Please raise your hand. Whatever. You change your mind.
I want the recognition of it.
So, did you change your mind? Yeah. No, what do you want? So there is a question on the Zoom. Guruji, can happiness be called a state? Can happiness be a state? Yeah, happiness is a state of mind when mind has become silent. Okay. So I get a cup of coffee, I call it coffee happiness. Realize that there's no happiness in coffee. Okay. Because I put my coffee into my mouth, my mind becomes silent, there is a happiness. So because mind became momentarily silent, it is a state of mind, happiness. Okay. But to realize that the state of mind is because of real happiness of Atma reflecting in the mind. Happiness is not like a cup of coffee. Happiness is not a state of mind. Happiness is my nature. You realize that. That's called Atmadana. Are you clear? Somewhere the happiness has to come, no? Somewhere happiness has to come from. Where will it come from? It will come from cup of coffee. Then let us buy one. So let us buy.
No thoughts on the thoughts.
It is impossible to have no thoughts. This is a false idea. This is a false understanding. Wrong. If you are no thought state, if you remain, I'm saying this is where wrong understanding is. There is so much of wrong understanding of spirituality. No thoughts is not enlightenment. No thoughts is not liberation.
Momentarily when
that momentarily you do next 10,000 years. It will be momentarily only. So you want something permanent. That's called enlightenment. If you want momentary, why you are coming here? You can do sit at home and do dhyana. No? So there's a lot of wrong understanding of spirituality. That's what I'm trying to clarify. Okay, dhyana is a momentary silencing of mind, as good as a cup of coffee, as good as a movie. Understand? So you are dependent on dhyana for your happiness. Don't have to depend anything on your happiness. That's called enlightenment. Understand? Other people will do. Thousands of years people are doing dhyana. They are all they become liberated or what? Huh? You have seen people who are doing dhyana, no? No, today morning I didn't do dhyana. That's why I'm feeling uncomfortable. Why? Huh? Why? No, I did dhyana. I didn't know what happened. Nothing happened. You got sleep. It's okay. It is jnana. Liberation is jnana, clarity. I am Atma is the clarity. I am Brahman is the clarity. It's not, dhyana can be effect of that, but effect cannot give the, understand? Clarity gives the effect. With the clarity visit for dhyana, it will be very peaceful. Without clarity visit for dhyana, you struggle with the mind. I want to make mind silent. I want to make mind. Mind will become more noisy. Are we clear? This much is clear. Now, please raise your hand. Who wants spiritual experience? And let me please understand. If you don't ask it, you will not get it. And you only 1 hour for 2 hours for that. Others, you come from all the way from Bangalore, you'll miss it. You want? So tell me what you want. See, is happiness beyond time and space? Is the question correct? Is the question? How many people have this question? Please raise your hand. Okay, so there is some friend comes to your house. He is there, come for 1 week vacation. You don't know how time has passed. Oh, 7 days are gone. Okay, have you lost sense of time? 7 days just fly in 1 minute. Have you lost sense of time? Okay, you don't know where you are, right? Have you lost sense of space? Is happiness space beyond space and time? Understand? Does your question answer? Yes. Experience of happiness is beyond space and time. That's why we are asking happiness again and again. But our confusion is, what is beyond space and time? We want to get from space objects in time. I want to get happiness from cup of coffee. I want to get happiness from a friend. What is beyond space and time? You are trying to get from time and space. Understand? That is mistake, right? So now you said you want happiness. Now you want now you raised your hand. Why did you raise your hand? Experience of means what? Hey, you have to show him also. No? Otherwise, what I'm saying is people don't know this class is going on. It's not there. The two is not only my. Only Atma is there. I'm saying put side by side. No, people question. Others people are not able to get that. So what is your question? What is your question now? I told you there's nothing called spiritual experience, material experience. Always experience is spiritual. Happiness is your nature, right? That's spiritual experience. But getting spiritual experience from peg of whiskey or coffee is material experience, which is not possible. Happiness is your nature, right? So happiness is my nature. Understanding is called jnana. It's not because of dhyana. Many people have wrong understanding that dhyana will give to jnana. Jnana will give to dhyana. Understand? So if your nature is happiness, then what dhyana will do? Tell me. What will you do? You don't need to. You are happy all the time. Why are you doing dhyana, my dear? Because I want to be happy for some time. If your nature is recognized as happiness, dhyana, happiness, then no need of dhyana, any activity, special activity. Because you are happy all the time. Okay? That's called mukti. Otherwise, I want happiness through dhyana is also called bondage. Because you need something to get happiness. Right? Understand? So, is this question clear to all of you? Now, let me ask you. How many of you have done avastha-traya prakrya with me? 3 states of consciousness, waking state, dream state, deep state. Please raise your hand. You are not done.
Yeah,
Newcomers, Jana. See, the difficulty here is for this class, background is required. Okay? I'll do quickly avastha-traya prakriya for all of you. Right? These are one class after class. It's not like you can miss one class, you'll get something. Because of this, I am repeating something. So, as a newcomer, can you sit here? I can see your face. I can give some light. Okay. So now I'm doing a prakriya called avastha-traya prakriya. It's okay. So only newcomers. Okay. So let me ask you, what's your name, madam? Rashmi, yesterday night you slept? You slept yesterday? Did you sleep yesterday? Did you have a dream yesterday? You had a dream. You had a dream yesterday? Dream, kanasu. Huh? So you have a dream, you slept. Okay, is this statement, how many people make this statement? Please rise. How many people how many people slept yesterday night? Can you please raise your hand? Okay, get me Trishula. There. There's a Trishula there. How many people slept yesterday night? And how many people had a dream? I want to take an opinion poll. I'll ask, I'll find out. All lies I'll find out. Okay. So please raise your hand. How many people slept yesterday night? So you only slept yesterday night. You only, Rashmi, you only slept yesterday night? You only, Akash, you only slept yesterday night? You only slept yesterday night? How can you say you slept yesterday night? Your what I'm certificate from husband will not work. Okay. I want to know, you only slept yesterday night.
What is
See, when you slept yesterday night, in the sleep, was there a body? In your experience, was there a body? Was there a mind? No. Thoughts? No thought. Was there a world? Then who slept? In sleep, you are not there. Whatever person sitting here, in sleep, you are not there. Then how can you claim it's you who has slept? Is the logic question clear? Huh? Did you say you slept? Okay. Did you say you slept? In sleep, you are not there. Rashmi, you said you slept? Okay. You also raised your hand and you said you slept? Huh? See, please understand. In sleep, one who is saying that I slept is not there. Was Rashmi there in sleep when he said Rashmi is there in sleep? How can you claim experience which is not there for you? Are you getting what I'm saying? Huh? But still you are confident I slept. Right? Then one who is saying is not Rashmi. Somebody is there who is confident that I slept. Who is that? Okay, let me ask you. Rashmi, did you have a dream yesterday? In the dream, Rashmi was there. Rashmi, who is sitting like this, now was there in the dream? No. Then still you say, I dreamt. Are you getting what I'm saying? Huh? In dream, you are like that. This body was there. This mind was there. This intellect was there. At least this wife was there. Some other wife was there. Anything is not there. But still I claim, I dreamt. Are you understanding, Rashmi, what I'm saying? Is this same I which you're speaking of? It's not same I. It's a different I. Okay? Understand? But problem is we are claiming same I. We are claiming we are same I, but we are understanding is different I. Do you see the difference in our gap? Are you getting, Uma? Huh? Did you sleep? Come. Did you sleep? Did Uma sleep? In sleep, Uma was there? Sleep, Uma was there? Then how did you say your eyes slept? The I which is there is not Uma. I which is there, not Rashmi. I which is there is not Rakesh. That is saying slept. What kind of illusion we are living? Please understand. Huh? Rashmi, you have a doubt? You are a doctor, no? You are not a doctor. You have a doubt about this? What I'm saying? See, the ego claims that I slept. Ego is the body and mind. This body and mind is not in the dream state. Dream state, separate ego is there. Deep sleep state is not there. Then who is claiming this? Somebody who is to be there in all the states, no? Then one who is there in all the states is called Atma. Sakshi. Are you clear? Sakshi or Atma only can claim because he's there in all the states. Somebody who is there in all the states only can. If you are not in dream, if your dream is not, dreamer is not in deep state, how can you claim that I slept? I had a dream. So now, are you clear? Now, if still I'll say, I only slept, you say. How can you say? Last 40 years I've been sleeping. In meditation class also I'm sleeping. So how can you say I'm not sleeping? We'll find out. A lot of illusions are there. Right? So to say that I am the one who's sleeping, there should be continuity. Is there a continuity in your dream and the waking state? Are you sure? Rashmi? Continuity is there when you're waking in dream state? Rakesh? No. The continuity has 3 criteria: time, space, and causality. Okay? So time causality is I eat this apple and hunger is gone. Okay? Cause and effect. But if you eat an apple in the dream, there's no hunger in the waking state. Is there a continuity, causality, cause and effect? Right? Causality is not there. Causal relationship is not there. Eat apple in the morning, still you can feel hungry in the dream. Cause and effect is there? No. Right? Time and space is there. This body, what we are having now, is it there in dream state? Dream body? This family, this world, what you are experiencing, is it there in dream? Some other world, some other condition. It may appear like this, but it's not same. So time and space is not continuous. Cause and effect is not continuous. Are you clear? Cause and effect is not continuous. Time and space is not continuous. In dream and waking. So waker is not dreamer. Dreamer is not sleeper. Is that clear? But I'm saying claimer, the one who claims. Should we heard out? The waker Shruti is also dreamer Shruti. Dreamer Shruti claims that I'm waker Shruti. But dreamer, your dream body, dream family, dream environment is different now. Time is different, space is different now. So is same Shruti there in the dream? You are claiming that same Shruti, but it's not really so. Right? So what kind of foolish statements you are making? You can make outside, but here, how can you make that? Are we clear? So now, what is the relationship waking state and dream state and deep sleep state? There is no relationship. That time is different, space is different, causality is different. They are independent states. But all the people in the world live with the illusion that they are dependent states. Okay? They are independent because time sequence, space sequence, and causality sequence is broken down. But something which is continuous, which is not in time, not in space, not in causality. That's why you are able to say. What is something which is there in the not in time, not in space, not in causality? Atma, knowing. Knowing only is at the background. Because that knowing you can make, then who are you? Are you Rashmi? Are you Rashmi? You are knowing. Okay. So you have an illusion of who am I. The real I am is beyond time and space. That's why it's there in waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. In time content is then dream and the waking state. Waking state is 12 o'clock. In dream it may be midnight. In deep sleep, there's no time. Are we clear? Then who are you? Who am I? Who are you?
I'm not the body, I'm not the mind.
Okay. The waker body, waker mind, waker intellect is not in the dream body, dream world, dream mind. Understand? In deep sleep, there's no body, there's no mind, there's no intellect. There's no world. So are you the body? Do you exist in deep sleep? Who is that? So somebody who doesn't exist has come here now. If non-existent has come here.
Dream, whoever was there in dream, that's not me.
Do you exist in deep sleep? Question is mine. Do you exist in deep sleep? Listen to the question clearly.
Guruji, I am
Yes.
just, I'm the knowing principle. That's it.
So do you exist in deep sleep?
The knowing, no, I don't.
So you don't exist. Very, very strange character. Something that doesn't exist is speaking to me. What is non-existent? Can you speak to me in the morning? Are you getting what
I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking.
So, but you are existing in deep sleep. That's understand. Otherwise, existence, there cannot be discontinuity. Non-existence thing cannot appear or disappear. See, non-existence is impossible in universe. Do you understand that?
Yes. Okay.
So think of something which is non-existing. Tell me something which doesn't exist. Huh?
Can't think.
Miss, I becoming Miss Universe is non-existing in the universe. Okay? Because, but non-existing thing exists. To say something non-existent doesn't exist, there has to be non-existence exists. Without existence, we cannot think of anything. We cannot speak anything. Nothing also exists. Okay? Can anybody claim that I didn't exist? I don't exist? No. Then in deep sleep, I don't exist means what? Huh?
The knowing principle doesn't exist in deep sleep.
That's where the problem is. Okay, please understand the deep sleep clearly. So knowing principle doesn't exist in deep sleep. Ashok, can you put this lady on the picture, third picture? We'll catch hold of you. The one who is non-existent. Okay. So my dear non-existent Asha, okay, which is your unique special in the world because non-existence is impossible in the universe. So what was there in deep sleep? Tell me. You had a deep sleep experience every day. What was there?
I don't know if I had deep sleep or not.
So you never slept in your life. Make that claim. Make a claim that I am a very special person who never slept in life. Because I don't know, no.
That's what I don't know. That's my answer.
So you are a very, very special person, 1 in 6 billion, who doesn't know I didn't sleep. See, you're actually making a false claim. I don't know whether I slept is a false claim, no?
No, because I go with, if I'm the knowing principle happens only in the awake state.
No, this is where the problem is. This is where the spiritual, this is what mix up. We'll find out first. In deep sleep, what is your experience? Please tell me. Deep sleep, do you have experience, some experience?
When I wake up,
No, you don't mix up experience with the expression. See, now I'm very happy. I'm not expressing. I'm happy, I'll say. It's an expression. Experience and expression don't mix up.
Okay.
Right? We are confusing experience with the expression. In deep sleep, you don't express, but doesn't mean that you don't experience.
Okay, yeah.
What is your experience in deep sleep? You claim in the waking state, it's okay. But what is your experience in deep sleep?
Bliss or happiness or...
Now you are opening your mouth. So the bliss or happiness is there in deep sleep. That's why everybody wants to go to deep sleep.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Understand? So, is that positive experience? Is there really experience that? Is or imaginary? It's a real experience.
Real.
It's
Yeah.
not imaginary, no.
Yeah, it's not.
It is real experience of bliss is there.
Yes.
So, when experience there, this knowing also is there. Without knowing, how can be experience?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Understand? So knowing was there, bliss is there.
Yes.
The knowing is called chit, awareness. Bliss is called ananda. Do you have a limitation on the deep sleep state?
No.
So unlimited is called ananta, ananda is there in deep sleep
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Are you aware in deep sleep state?
I must be aware.
No, I must be aware is also wrong.
So the knowing principle
How can you
is the
say?
awareness.
How can I say I'm blissful in deep sleep
Oh,
without knowing?
I cannot. Okay.
Then how can you
I
say
can-
I'm not? I don't know. I'm not there in deep sleep. See, if you don't know the bliss, then you cannot claim that I'm blissful. A blissfulness is a positive experience. It's not an imagination.
I am not claiming that, Guruji.
No, I'm saying in
Yeah.
deep sleep, you don't speak. But when you wake up, you say, it is my experience. Don't you say that?
Yes.
Correct? See, we
yeah.
are not denying experience. We are only denying the experiencer. Who is the one who claims you are denying? There's somebody who is experiencing that bliss. That's a knowingness.
Okay.
We are only denying your experience. I am the body, I am the mind. I only was there in deep sleep. We are denying. The one who is
Yes.
there in deep sleep is experienced it. The knowing principle. So the knowing principle is called awareness. Knowing person is called Satchit. And do you exist in deep sleep? Huh? Do you exist or not? Do you exist not as a body and mind and intellect? You exist in some form.
Yes, I do.
Right? Understand?
Yeah.
That is called formless existence. Existence was there, but existence without a form was there.
Yes.
Bliss was there without a boundary. That's called Ananda.
Okay.
Sat Chit Ananda is your experience in deep sleep. Understand? And that Satchit Ananda is called Brahman. Brahman is not an imaginary character. Brahman is your day-to-day deep sleep experience. I want to meet God. I want to meet God. You are meeting or you are becoming one with God in deep sleep every day. That's why Mandukya Karika, how many of you are listening? Sa Ishwaraha, he is Ishwara. In deep sleep, you are Ishwara, one with God. That is called bliss. And that's the only bliss which of enlightenment, nothing else. To realize that in the waking state is called enlightenment. You're not getting something unknown, unknowable, vague. Rashmi, am I clear? Do you exist in deep sleep? Not form of Atma. Atma is no form. Atma is not a state. Atma is what you are. What you are is never a state. Knowing is not a state. Knowledge is a state. Understand? Don't confuse with knowledge and knowing. Okay. Do you know Chinese? So your ignorance of Chinese. That's a state. Once you know Chinese, the state changes. Now I have knowledge of Chinese. Don't confuse knowledge with the knowing. So I have ignorance of Chinese. I know. I have knowledge of Chinese. I know. The knowing, I know doesn't change. That's called awareness or Atma. The light. What is that light? It's called Atma Jyoti. What is that Atma Jyoti? You are Antar Jyoti, Lahir Jyoti, Pratyak Jyoti, Paratpara, Jyotirevo Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivasmiham. This is not a buzzword or brand name I'm using. Okay. So everybody company has a brand name. No, see, this Light of Self Foundation is not a brand name. Light of Self Foundation is about you, which doesn't change. That's not Atma Jyoti, light. It's illuminating. There's no thoughts. In deep sleep, what is there? Was there anything in the deep sleep? Asha?
Just me.
There's
Just
nothing was that nothing was there, knowledge is there. That's illuminating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's an apple in my hand, presence. There's nothing in my hand is a knowledge. There's nothing in my hand is knowledge is there. That's called awareness. Okay. What else was there in deep sleep? Nothing. So in deep sleep, self is experiencing itself. That's called bliss. Understand? So please understand, Mukti or Brahman, don't search anywhere. Your deep sleep experience is already given to you. Otherwise, you will understand going to a vague spiritual experience. Vague spiritual experience, like getting up to top of Himalayas or some cave. No. Deep sleep is awareness. This comes in Mandukya Karika. Please, all of you follow Mandukya Karika properly. It will be 100 lectures. Okay? Don't miss it. Are you clear? Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state are independent states. They are not dependent. Only the waking person is claiming that I only dream. I only, because waking person only knows one thing to claim. Nothing else. He's a claimer. What does he claim in the waking person? First thing in the morning?
I slept.
I slept. You were not there in deep sleep, my dear. What was there? Atma, which never slept. It was always knowing the sleep. One who is in sleep never slept. It knows nothing is there. It never sleeps because it's awareness. If that also sleeps, then you have no problem. You won't understand anything. The sleeper never sleeps. One who claims sleeper was not there in sleep. Are you able to understand, Asha?
Yes, Guruji, very clear.
So please understand, spirituality or enlightenment, don't start looking for some vague experience. Deep sleep is a clear indication of enlightenment reality. That we have to get in waking state. That's all we are trying.
Okay.
Understand? Deep sleep state is not a problem.
Yeah. Very clear, Guruji. Thank you.
So the many people say, when I'm meditating, I slept. Don't sleep in meditation, people say. Right? Is it the right advice? If sleep is enlightenment, sleep is mukti. So sleeping without knowing you are Atma is problem. That's all. Even if you know I'm Atma and sleeping, whether you sleep or walk, doesn't matter. Otherwise, meditation, at least you are trying to understand I am Atma. Are you clear? Actually, she gets into many lokas and good sleep, right? You have experience of many lokas also. So, in the search for spirituality, people travel into many lokas as if this is not sufficient. So, we travel to many lokas. Spiritual journeys have such a fantastic experience. My dear, all experiences are nothing but happiness. All happiness is but nothing knowing. Knowing and happiness cannot be separated. Then what are we seeking? Why are you come to this class? So, the one who sleeps has never slept. Atma, awareness. One who is claiming that I slept was not there in sleep. This is the paradox of life. Rashmi, paradox is clear? The one who is in all the states can only say, claim. But that's what you are. Clear in it? Huh? But you live with the illusion that I am the body. How can you do that? You have to look at all your three states to understand who really you are. So in deep sleep, are you the body? In deep sleep, are you mind? In deep sleep, are you intellect? In deep sleep, is there a world? Are you happy in deep sleep?
Yes.
That's what is your nature. Happiness without any conditions attached. In morning, all conditions will happen. Huh? Happiness requires a condition. In deep sleep, there's no unconditioned happiness. Ananda. Unconditioned. Unconditioned existence. In the waking state, you feel like a body, limited body. Unconditioned experience. In deep,
In that deep sleep morning, Ratri Malkund Kule deep sleep and we don't know the time. Kudle Bedaga.
there's no time. There's no space. There's no limitation. You are beyond time and space in deep sleep. That's why I stay. Please repeat. Okay. Deep sleep is not a state. Deep sleep is not a state. Okay. Loka means time, space, and causality. Deep sleep is beyond time and space. That's why it's not a state. So avastatraya is false. So avastatraya viveka also is false because there are no avastatraya, 3 avastas. Dvaya is also not real. So understand. So Mandukya Karika, people think there's avastatraya viveka. In fact, it is trying to tell you there's no avastha. This is duravastha. We don't know.
Waking and the dream as one state. Deep sleep as one. The beginning, you know, but it's only 2 states.
Now I'm taking that there is no third state called sleep. Okay. There is no state called sleep because sleep is not a state. But then we will say sleep is a state because I came and I went and came back. That's why it's sleep. But that is your ignorance. In waking state, you are full of ignorance. Ignorance. So, what? Deep sleep is reality. Brahman is not ignorance. Deep sleep is what you are. It's not a state. State comes and goes. No, you'll say, no, deep sleep came and went. I went, slept for 4 hours, you say. But that waker will say. The sleeper will not say. That's ignorance.
Ignorance is deep sleep, but in deep sleep, there is no ignorance. Who knows that? Only the waker.
So, please understand, is this now you're experiencing, is it real now? Or is imagination? Okay, you're experiencing my talk. Is it real or imaginary? Who is that imaginary? So, is it real or imaginary? What is the difference between real and imaginary? Is there a difference between real and imaginary? Please tell me. Difference between real and imaginary, I'll tell you. Okay. You drank a cup of coffee 5 days back, very nice coffee. Okay. So it's a nice experience. Now you remember that. It will give you happiness. Okay. The body, mind, and coffee has to come together. Imaginary is only the mind. When the body is not involved, it's called imaginary. Understand? So your current experience, the body, mind, and experience come together. That's called real. Whatever extent. In dream also it happens. Dream also, even though it's happening in the mind, dream body and dream world is interacting.
Or future.
We'll go to past and future, whether that's there or I don't know. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Past and future is imaginary. Okay. This moment is real. This moment. Okay. In that reality of this moment, when you're experiencing dream is real. When you're experiencing waking state is real. When you experience sleep is real. Understand? Because that moment you're experiencing it. Now, the waker claims that the dream is unreal. It's false. The dream is real when you're experiencing it. The waking is real when you're experiencing it. Sleep is real when you're sleeping. So you have to claim from the point of view of the person who is in that state rather than from somebody else. Are you clear? A sleeper's experience is real from sleeper's point of view. From waker's point of view is unreal. A sleeper's experience of a waker point of view is unreal. When you change the state from, you cannot make a comment from the other state. Right? Because waker is not in his dream, waker is not in his deep sleep. Any comment for waker makes about other states is false. When you experience that state is real. Dreamer saying that I am dreamer is real. Rashmi, are you there? Or dreaming? Because I can see. Okay, that's why I want to sit in front. Allah, the imagine they are. But when you experience a dream and dream tiger comes, will you run away? Right? So any state, you have to speak from that state person's perspective, not from the other state. Understand? Any claim for the other state from this person perspective is false. Is it clear? Are you clear? So how many false claims you keep on making every day? Right? So each of the state is there given to you to understand reality. Deep sleep is given to you to understand what is Brahman. Okay? Otherwise, Brahman, I can't understand. What is that? What is that? I don't understand. Brahman is your state in deep sleep. That's why Esha Sarveshwaraha is told in Mandukya Karika. That's why Mandukya Upanishad says, I am Atma, Brahma. My inner self is Brahman. In deep sleep, what I am experiencing is Brahman only. Understand? So now, realization is not a vague concept. Otherwise, the realization or enlightenment or liberation, Advaita will become a vague concept. Is clear? That you have to realize in the waking state. That's all is difference. Okay. So, do you exist without a body? Rashmi? So clear. Did you exist without a body in deep sleep? Then how can you say that I don't exist without a body? If you can exist without a body in deep sleep, you can exist a body anytime. Because existence doesn't depend on body. Body depends on the existence. Our logic is ulta palta. We'll come a little bit advancing topic. I'll come back. Okay. So, what does dream state teach you for the waker? Rashmi, tell me. No. Dreaming you have body. Dream you have body and dream world is there. Okay. So what does dream teach you? Dream in itself. Dream, you drank a cup of coffee. Okay. Was there a cup of coffee? Huh? You enjoyed a cup of coffee. Experience is real. Coffee is real. You are real. In the waking state, tells you the cup of coffee and you are nothing but consciousness of the sleeper appearing as both. Only one reality is there called consciousness of the sleeper. There are no two things called coffee and you. Right? Duality is not there. Duality is not there, then you don't know. Now when you waking state, no, there's nothing here, coffee and right. The dream character and coffee appeared in consciousness. Is it clear? There are no two. Is it clear to you? So waking state, you're experiencing coffee and you, other two. Is that real? Is waking state not similar to dream state? There's no two, but only appearing as two. So there are two states called waking and dreaming. Rashmi, there are two states called waking and dreaming. They're not. Okay, when you're dreaming, you don't know you're dreaming. You claim that it's waking state. At that time. When you're waking, you don't know it's dream. You say it's waking real. So can you distinguish between waking state experience and dream state experience anytime? In that state. So that there are no two states called waking and dreaming. There's only one state where I don't know what I'm doing. Ignorance of self. Right? So are there three states? Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state? Are there three states, Ashok? Huh? Yes. What I said, sleep is not a state. State is in time, space, and causality. In deep sleep, there's no time, space, and causality. Is it a state? It's beyond state. So it's not a state. Is waking and dreaming is a state? Huh? There are two states called waking and dreaming. How do you say that? How do you know? So let me ask you, Ashok. Okay. Is this what you're experiencing, waking state or dream state? Right now. How do you know? What is today? Date? Day? In fact, really, you are in Bangalore Wednesday night sleeping and you're dreaming that you're in Bangalore on Saturday. Disprove it. It disproves that you're not dreaming, that you're in Bangalore. Never will know what is dreaming and waking state. In that state. Only after coming out of state, you know that others is dreaming state. Right? So if you are not able to distinguish between waking and dreaming state, how many states are there? Dreaming state is there. Right? Deep sleep is not a state. Dreaming state appears to be there. Is it there? Is it there? What is there will never change. Okay. Yesterday night dream you earned 1 crore rupees. Okay. Morning it's not there. Is it 1 crore really was there? Was 1 crore really there? Understand? What changes always is not there. Not really there. It appears to be changing. So is there something called waking state also? Dream state also. Because it's changing, it's not there. Huh? Huh? What is changing is not there. Right? Last night you earned 1 crore rupees. No, give me some 1 lakh. You don't have. Because it changed. What is changed is not there. What is not changing is ever there. So how many states are there? Avastatraya? 1 state is not there. It is a stateless state. Nothing is there is false. 3 states are not there. Only Atma is there.
It's beyond 3. Yes.
Beyond 3 states, you can say when the 3 states are real. There is no 3 states are unreal. It's a stateless state called Atma is there all the time. Everything is like a movie, appearing and disappearing. Only appearing is there for entertainment program. It's not that we are not saying it's not there. It's an entertainment program, movie. You pay some money and go there. Here also you pay some karma and come here. You are taking a ticket. So there's only 1 state all the time. But there's a stateless state called Atma all the time. There's no waking state, dream state, deep state. Is it too much to hear? Huh? Oh. So, Mandukya Upanishad people speak of Avastatraya. Actually, Mandukya Upanishad speak of Anavastatraya. It is saying Avastatraya is not there. Another illusion we have. Appearance. Don't call it illusion. Appearance. Okay. So we have a thinking that when we wake up into the world. Rashmi, you wake up into the world, correct? Is it true? Correct. In your dream, you wanted to go to Paris. Was there Paris before your dream? The dream character and Paris appear together. Waking character called Rashmi and the world appear together. Exactly like a dream. Without a body, can there be Bangalore? So your Bangalore body and Bangalore appear together. Waking character called Rashmi and Bangalore appear together. Understand? So we think that, oh, Bangalore was there. I slept. I woke up in Bangalore. Huh? Is it possible? So we have a concept that world is there before I woke up. In sleep, my world is sleep. The world is there. Bangalore is there. I woke up into the world. The one who says I woke up is not real, not there in sleep. the one who came in the waking state and Bangalore appeared together. Like in your dream, the dream character and dream Paris appear together. What is not there, what is there all the time, unchanging is Atma. Is it too much to understand? Advaita?
One more time.
Yes. See, we have an illusion that there is something called world separate from me. Right? This is illusion. Is there world separate from your body? The world and body are together. Correct? So when you wake up, I woke up in Bangalore. Is it true? Bangalore and I woke up together. That's true. You don't wake up in the world. World wakes up in your consciousness.
It is an imaginary thing. It wakes up along with
It is not imaginary. It's a real experience.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is our understanding of experience is wrong. Okay, don't make it imaginary.
It's an understanding.
Understanding is wrong. So you think that Bangalore was there. I woke up into Bangalore.
Okay, that is wrong.
That's wrong. Bangalore and my body appeared together is right. Okay, don't make it imaginary. So in a dream, you went to Paris. Your body and Paris appear together is reality. Okay, to think that Paris was there and I went to Paris is false. But the dream character thinks like that only. So that you have to understand based on a dream experience. We'll come to comma. I'll take comma also. Comma, all comma I'll take up. Wait. All comma I'll take up. Right? The one who is in comma, for him, you have to speak from his experience, not from your experience. See, we cannot speak from anybody's experience. Waker cannot speak from dreamer's experience. Person in comma, his experience you have to speak, not your experience. Person in sleep, his experience you have to speak, not waker's experience.
Coma may not be able to speak about the experience.
No, I'm saying
When the person-
in comma, he is in consciousness only. Don't have to speak. It's a bliss only. In comma, you're in bliss. In waking state, you're in a mess.
But as
You are all making false claims.
ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಎರಡನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನೇ ಇದೀನಿ
ಹೌದು.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎಚ್ಚರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮಲಗಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ನೀವಿದ್ದೀರ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ.
ಇದು ಎಚ್ಚರನ ಕನಸೋ? ಇದು ಎಚ್ಚರನ ಕನಸೋ? ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ರಾಕೇಶ್, you are sleeping in your house and you are dreaming that I am there. Is it true or false? You prove that it's not a dream. We'll never be able to prove. That's why this only dream state. It's a longer dream, appears to be longer dream. Okay.
Dreams misinterpret as waking.
Understand. So there was a Zen master. Zen master gets up in the morning and starts crying. People ask, what happened to you? In my dream, I was a butterfly. Then all students start laughing. In your dream, you are a butterfly. Now why are you crying? He says, I don't know whether Zen master dreamt he is a butterfly or butterfly is dreaming as a Zen master. So now, are you dreaming that you're sitting in front of a real Prabhuji, or Prabhuji is coming in your dream? You're understanding? You'll never be able to separate out. That's why we have only dream. So are you understanding? And dream is not real because it appears and disappears. In the waking state, everything is constantly changing. What is changing is not there. Then what is there?
It's not changing.
What is only reality is there all the time? Knowing. That's why this one Bhagavad Gita sloka. You repeat. Sloka will be wrongly represented by many people. Please understand the meaning of the sloka. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasyam Jagati Sayami Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Mune. So what it says is, what you consider as day is night for a Gnani. Because day some things are appearing. It's not there. Then what is there is night only. Atma is there. Right? And what see as a night, most of the people's night, what is say? Ignorance is there. Nothing is there. I don't exist. Nani says that is reality. So that means you are always in sleep, like sleep. You're dreaming that you're in Bangalore. You're dreaming that you're a job, software job. You're dreaming that you're married. You're dreaming that you have family. You're dreaming that children are there. Dream is not real. The deep sleep like state where there's no other is real. There's no other. It's called Advaita. Is it heavy to digest? Okay, let us break for a cup of coffee, real coffee and real tea. So we'll join 12:30. We'll join back for the Zoom session, people. Okay. Yes.
We think the unchanging one with reference to the Jagat, we think it is real, and Jnani think it is unreal. And what Jnani thinks the unchanging one, the substratum is real, and what we think as real is unreal to him.
Jnani doesn't think.
That's what
He knows. Yeah.
We think that the unchanging world with reference to the body, mind, and intellect is real, and the same thing is unreal to him. He knows that that is unreal. What he knows real.
No unreal. He knows it doesn't exist for him.
Okay. That means what we see is that existing, that is not existing for him.
And what is Samyami? What is Samyami? The one who has that, and what is Bhutani? Because the whole meaning is dependent on those words.
What the Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam. Bhutan is all living beings.
So the top of that, the one there, as false. Right? So
Bhutani is whatever he thinks is, whatever you think you are. But what you are really is real point of view.
but in these forms, it's all unreal.
Unreal.
When not there in those forms, that is the real.
This is reality.
The form that
They-
is that is the
That's reality. Got it? Okay, fine. The class is over.
This thing.
you're enlightened.
So let us break for a cup of coffee or tea. Okay, then we'll join back. 11:30. ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಓಕೆ
Think principle is unchanging ಇದ್ದವಾಗ the limitedness won't affect it. So knowing principle, it is unchanging, it is limitless. If in that knowledge, whatever the challenge is, whatever the thing, it is changing. It won't affect this.
Definitely no. How changing can affect unchanging, right?
So then there is no suffering.
There's no suffering. Yes, all the confusion is because changing and unchanging confusion.
Changing, thinking changing is real and unchanging, we ignore it.
Yes. So for people on Zoom, we are joining back at 12:30. Okay, 10 minutes break. I'm muting. So live. So right now, today's class is starting now. So far was only introduction. Let us go to today's class. Today's class is called the class is called I am consciousness. In Sanskrit, if I would say Pradnanamasmi. Okay. So now this is the workshop number 5. So let me ask you a question. What is sleep? Is there consciousness in sleep or coma? It's only specifically for Uma. Specific question. See, I know your question also before you came here. Okay, see, I'm able to read your mind. Is there consciousness in sleep in coma? What is sleep? Anybody can answer that question? Rashmi?
Sleep, yes, consciousness.
Sleep, there is consciousness there. In coma, there is a consciousness. So,
I don't know.
So, sleep, do you know? What do you know?
It is okay.
I am sleeping and I am getting up is not you. Is there consciousness in coma? Is there consciousness in anesthesia? Okay, but doctor comes in, he is not conscious, they'll say.
It is Advaita.
Huh? No. Doctor comes and says, a person in coma, they'll say he's not conscious.
He is not awake. He is conscious to feel that. The body is not conscious to feel anything. But the consciousness is beyond body.
So, we have a confusion between consciousness and effect of consciousness. Okay? Consciousness never comes and goes. It's always there.
ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅರ್ಥಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಾವು ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೋಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅರ್ಥಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ.
Again, you are confusing. You have to speak from the perspective of the person in coma and perspective of the person who is waking. You can say anything about what is about experience of deep sleeper. Dreamer's experience, dream is real. Waker's experience, dream is unreal. Right? You cannot speak from the other experience. You have to speak from that point of view. For the person in coma, is there earthquake? For who is speaking?
Whatever is common.
You have to speak from the perspective of the person in that state. Is there a coma? For a person in deep sleep, is there earthquake in Bangalore? No. Right? See, we should not confuse understanding and experiencing within the state from outside the state. We are mixing up. Okay? When the doctor says the patient is not conscious, is in coma, is he conscious or not conscious?
We don't know the state, what she's saying.
Which is false. We don't know the state. It's false. That's why in sleep, are you conscious or unconscious? Coma is nothing but sleep. Huh? What? Long or short doesn't matter. See, the experience of the person in that state and the experience of the person outside the state is different. We are mixing up our experience with that state. The person in coma, person in sleep has no time, no space. Even Bangalore, when there's earthquake in Bangalore, it doesn't matter to him. Right? Understand? So whose experience you are speaking of?
Our personal.
Your experience, anyway, is ignorance. It doesn't matter anyway. Are you understanding? So all our fear is coming out of ignorance, not from reality.
All this, whatever we are talking about, all these things, we also should think about in the moment, like, correct?
In the moment and all, don't bring. Just listen to what I'm saying now. I'm saying sleeper person, you have to understand from the sleeper's perspective. Whatever you say from sleeper's perspective is false. Ignorance is there, false. In coma, there's no consciousness, is also false. From the personal perspective, consciousness is there. But it's not conscious of anything. There's no other. Okay. So all of us are mixing up consciousness with the activity of the body and mind. Our measurement is activity of the body and mind to say consciousness is not there, but it's not true. Guruji? Brain and mind may be related. Okay. See, mind uses the brain. If brain dead doesn't mean the mind is dead. We don't know. Don't worry. Let's speak of consciousness.
Consciousness.
Person is always in consciousness. The consciousness never leaves you. We'll find out. Okay. So consciousness is always there. It cannot come and go. Waking comes and go, dreams comes and go, deep sleep comes and go. What we should be worried and afraid of, for her specifically, answer. Okay, for you, you are not afraid of coma. You are afraid of losing the waking state. The other way. Understand? So we are not afraid of death. We are afraid of losing the waking state. Are you clear? In death is blissful in that state, but coma is blissful in that state. Our fear of losing what we have in the waking state is fear, not the fear of that state. See, coma or death you think is like a sleep. Is there anything to be fearful about that? But what we are afraid is losing what we have in the waking state. It's not the fear of that state. Fear of this state is causing the problem.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
No. That, we'll find out whether we don't know anything about that state. Right? But as a waker, please understand, we think that we are afraid of death. We are afraid of coma. The fear is not of death or coma. Death or coma or sleep, there's a bliss. Because there's no other. No tension. In sleep, what you are afraid of in ignorance, you are afraid of so many things. We are understanding reality. See, sleep you are not afraid because you said, no more morning I'll get up. Death also you'll get up in some other body. It's like sleep only. You don't know about death, that's why you're speaking. Once you know something, there's no fear. Right? So, sleep is blissful. Is there your body, painful body, is there in sleep? Is there family there? Is there business there? Is there profit loss there? No. Sleep is blissful because there's no other, non-dual. Right? Coma is also that only. Death is also like that. That means in between, before you take birth. Okay. So if you look at sleep as a reference, then there's nothing to fear of, either coma or death. It's like sleep. But our fear is not coming from that particular state. Our fear is coming from wrong understanding of that in the waking state. Are you clear? What is the wrong understanding? Oh, something dangerous thing is happening to me. Thinking that I'm the body. In fact, you are not the body. You are not the body. The waking body is not in a dream. Dream body is not in deep sleep. Then how can you be the body? You are afraid of something which you are not. Are we clear? The fear is coming from our ignorance, not because of the reality. Any doubt?
Is the fear not because we are so attached to this identity and we lose that?
And the identity, attachment to identity is a wrong understanding. No. The right understanding is where is the attachment? I'm saying once the right understanding is where is wrong attachment. Understanding, the only problem is the wrong understanding. Snake, you know, once you don't know snake, you are afraid. But once you know snake, where is the fear?
We don't try to understand. We are not so much bothered coma or death as such, but we are, as per our understanding, we lose this identity when we get into this.
It's because of wrong understanding. I'm trying to tell you. Once the right understanding, where is the fear? Ignorance is the cause of, that's why I'm saying the fear is not because of ignorance. Understand? Are we clear? Sleep, coma, death, all mean same thing. Okay. What does it mean there? Sleep, death, coma. There's no object. But doesn't mean that there's no consciousness. From person outside, the consciousness is measured by body, mind, activity. But there's not consciousness. There's an effect of consciousness. So similarly, scientists should measure consciousness in terms of putting a brain probe. There's only effect, measuring the effect, not consciousness itself. So what you are is consciousness that is never lost. What you are conscious of cannot be there, may not be there. Conscious of the world, conscious of the body, that may not be there. But consciousness itself, there's no death or birth or ending, any change. Understand? So why should we be afraid of what is changing anyway? Our fear is what is changing. And we don't know what is unchanging. Right? In sleep, there is consciousness. In death, there is no consciousness. But we are not aware of other. But not being aware of others is bliss. Being aware of others is mess.
When you say there is no consciousness, avyakta antane alva.
Illari, don't bring the word avyakta. Those words you don't bring. Technical words don't bring. When you bring, we'll bring it. So death, avyakta means body, mind is avyakta. But consciousness is never avyakta.
But consciousness illa antane heltira death alli.
Illari, consciousness is there all the time.
It is there.
I'm saying consciousness, avyakta is consciousness cannot be avyakta. Avyakta and avyakta is for the body.
Illa anta helidri, illa ante.
No, death consciousness is always there, I'm saying.
One statement last.
No, it's not correct. So consciousness is always there.
ಗುರುಜಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ ನಾನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ
ಯಾರದು
ಅನಿತಾ
ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
ನಿಜವಾದ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಗಾಢ ನಿದ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಚೈತನ್ಯ, ಯಾವುದು ಬಂಧನ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇಹ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಪರಿಮಿತಿಗೆ ಒಳಗಾಗದೆ ಇರತ್ತೆ
ಶುದ್ಧ ಚೈತನ್ಯ.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮಿಥ್ಯ ಜಗತ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇಹ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ಮಿತಿಗೊಳಪಟ್ಟು ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಿಜವೆಂದು ಭಾವಿಸಿ ನಿಜ ಸ್ವರೂಪನೇ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವನೇ ಇಲ್ವೇನೋ ಅನ್ನಂಗೆ ಮೂರ್ನು ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಈ ದೇಹ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಪರಿಮಿತಿಗೆ ಕಾಣುವ ಪ್ರಪಂಚವೇ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಢವಾಗಿ ಮುಳುಗ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಪ್ಪ.
ಈ ಭಯದಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತಿಗೊಳ್ಳೋದೆ ನನ್ನ ಅರಿವು.
ಈ ಭಯದಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೇವಲ ಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಶ್ರವಣ ಮನೋನಿಧ್ಯಾಸ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು.
ಇದನ್ನೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವಾಗ?
ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್, 100% ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಝೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ now let us go to one clarification. Deep sleep is a state of ignorance. For whom? For the waker. He is not in deep sleep. For him it appears to be ignorance. Okay. For the sleeper, there's no ignorance. From his perspective, we have to speak from his perspective. In sleep, there's no ignorance. Okay, understand? For him, what is there in sleep? Peace. So, is there anything else in sleep? There's no other. But I'm blissful, peaceful. Huh? How can you be unaware of anything? Bliss is there. You don't claim that you after wake up I was blissful. So you are mixing up, confusing the awareness of object as awareness. Awareness is always there. I'm blissful, awareness is there. So you'll say, I was blissful in deep sleep when we wake up. You're aware of experience of bliss. Unaware of an object. We are not mixing, should not mix up object awareness and pure subject. Pure subject is always there.
In bliss, we can never.
The one who knows I was blissful is the object. The I is not you. No. I was blissful, you can't know, because the one who speaks of I was blissful is the object, not you. It's a laptop saying, okay, laptop, your picture of laptop saying, I'm handsome. It's not you. Are you clear? So from deep sleep perspective, it is a state of jnana, pure awareness, Brahman, Ishvara. From waker perspective, only problem is there. So now, what we should do? We should do correction. Understand? What is the correction? Most of the people try to change the experience waker state. Most of the people want to get a spiritual experience in the waking state. Most of the people want to, okay, stop the thoughts in the waking state. Nothing is required. You have to change the perspective in the waking state, understanding in the waking state. Jnana in the waking state, not the experience. Understand? Entire spiritual journey, people think that I have to get a new experience. No. You have to understand waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, and state beyond from the waker's perspective, and your perspective has changed. Clarity has to come out. Not a new experience. Are you clear?
Perspective.
Huh? No. Sleeper doesn't have to know anybody. There's no debate. The waker's perspective, you have to know what is sleep.
The point.
For waker only. Because he has the only problem. Sleeper has no problem. In the waker, one who has a problem is the waker. Right perspective, right understanding. Within the waker, right understanding. You don't have to change. See, most of the spiritual journey is I want to change my experience. Okay? Without understanding, all experiences are knowledge. All knowledge is knowingness. So you have to change only correction has to happen. Jnana drishti, knowledge, not at the experience level. Experience is the byproduct of that.
Knowledge of what is it.
You have to change the one knowledge of what, because ignorance and knowledge go together. Yes, madam.
Actually, waker thinks the sleeping state is ignorance, but that perspective has to be changed.
See, what he has to do? Waker thinks sleeping state is ignorance.
But it is not.
No, listen carefully. Waker thinks sleeping state is ignorance. I want to get an enlightened state. I want to have a beautiful state called enlightenment, which is some imaginary state. Waker has to understand what is sleeping state is a pure awareness, Brahman. So then he's not looking for some imaginary state. Otherwise, he'll start looking for imaginary state called enlightened state. Are you clear?
It's the tip he has to do.
There's the understanding of this. Right? Are you clear? Otherwise, all of us, Advaita means what? What is Advaita? I don't understand. I can't speak. My dear, the Advaita is your experience in deep sleep. Okay? That's base state.
Base state. That is the base state.
Other spiritual journey is always from vagueness to vagueness. You are trying for something which is vague for you. I don't know what it is. Right? Advaita, I can't speak about Advaita. Brahman, not thinkable, not knowable, Allah. No. It is your day-to-day experience in deep sleep. As simple as that. Now, we have a wrong understanding of that in the waking state. That has to be corrected. That's all.
The adaptation has to be removed.
Adaptation. Is it clear? See, this otherwise what happen? People are struggling. They are doing this sadhana, that sadhana, go there, here, there. They try to do a lot of struggle without knowing what they are trying to get. And something they get this imagination, they start thinking that's real. Right? Understand? Without ticket, travel to various lokas also. Okay. Is it clear now? So next question to all of you. How should it come? Will it come by looking at deep sleep, going to sleep every day? How should it come? By sleeping every day, 24 hours? It's only by listening, no? Is there any other way? So you say the clarity should come, that means it's not coming now. Okay. So if it can't come in sleep, it can't come in anywhere else also. Either clarity comes here or it doesn't come. That's why I said here and now. If the clarity is not coming, there's a confusion. What is the confusion? They have to be clear. At least you should be clear about confusion. Are you clear about confusion? So if you're not clear about confusion, how can clarity come? See, you are saying deep sleep state is real state. You're not sinking in, you're thinking. So definition of reality or understand. Understand? What is definition of reality? What is real? What is not affected by time? What is not affected by space? What is not by cause and effect? That's called real. In deep sleep, there's no time, there's no space, there's no cause and effect. That's why it's real. In the waking state, time, everything is there, no? That's the definition of reality. Right? Beyond time, beyond space, and beyond causality is the deep sleep. That's why it's real. Are you clear? The moment it comes to waking state or dream state, there's a causality. There's a time and space. Understand? Is it simple? Time and space can change, but what is beyond time and space cannot change. That's his real. Is it clear? So now let us understand what is waking state and dream state. What is waking state and dream state? Anybody can say something about it? Because you are very familiar. What is waking state? All of you are very familiar, no? This is your very pet state.
Oh, in sleep, I don't know anything. In waking and dreaming.
So that's false. In sleep, I don't know anything is false. In sleep, there's nothing I know. In sleep, I know there is nothing, no other thing other than me. I was there, no? Purest of pure. In the waking state, I recognize or cognize something other than me. No. DMI is also reference of the object, right? Waking state or dream state, there's something other than me. Duality. In deep sleep, there's no duality. I alone existed in deep sleep. Was there anybody else in the deep sleep? Right? So perceiving something other than me is called waking and dreaming. Are you clear? Is it simple?
That is so real.
That appears to be so real until you inquire. Okay? So perceiving something other than me in the waking and dream state is called waking and dreaming state. So the problem is this is unreal because there's nothing other than me. Not me is consciousness. When I speak of me, consciousness, there's nothing other than consciousness possible. The scientist will come back and say object, there's matter, there's atom, there's molecule, there's stars, planets, and galaxies. Okay. So now, if you probe further deeper, there's nothing. There's only ego. The consciousness alone is there. So seeing what is not there is called waking state. Crying for what is not real is called waking state. Suffering what is not real is called waking and dream state. So very should we be afraid of sleep or coma, or you should be afraid of waking state? We are afraid of wrong things also. Should we be afraid of death or should we be afraid of waking state? The Ramana Maharshi says death is very peaceful. This waking state is a burden, he'll say. For us, death is be afraid of death. Waking state is something. So what are you catching hold on? You are catching hold on to suffering. I don't mean you die. Okay? You have to die when you are alive. That's called Jivanmukti. I'm not speaking of death after body, death of the body. I'm speaking of death of ignorance. Are we clear? So what are we clear? So actually our complete understanding of waking state is confused state. Totally.
Snake in a row.
There was never a snake. There's no rope also.
Yeah.
So you are afraid of something, other state, which is peaceful. What you're afraid of is losing state, which is suffering.
Fix is
No, I'm saying whether death or sleep or coma is peaceful in that state. Understand? So that state, from that perspective, is not fear, no fear. From the state of waking, this is a fear. But waking is always fear of this or the other. Understand? So we are losing, really what we are afraid of? We are losing the fear in the waking state, is we are afraid of. We are losing the suffering in the waking state, we are afraid of. What you are saying, see?
Seeing unreal thing, which is not yet.
We don't know it's unreal. We think it's real. So we are afraid of losing what we have in the waking state is a fear, which is not real. What kind of world we are living in? Not real. The appears to be real is different from what is real. Jnana only can help you to get real. Understand? Sense organs you don't have to change. So people think that I have to change my perspective. Sense organs, no. Clarity you have to change.
Is to be clear that the waking state is also like the same as, I mean, we need to be clear that this is also unreal.
So we need to be clear, means you are not clear. So are you clear or not clear?
I'm not clear.
So say be clear. Today means tomorrow. Okay. Waking state is unreal and dream is unreal. Only reality is deep sleep, which is blissful, which is God, Brahman. That's all. Are you clear?
To be that state road. That is, it's all now here.
No. See. See, please understand. This is a clarity. Okay. As the clarity becomes deeper, this will become your day-to-day living. Understand? Did you learn cycling in one day? Car driving in one day? Right? Did you hit the car somewhere sometime?
Yes.
Like that, this is also learning. As learning becomes deeper, the clarity emerges. That's why repeated Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa is important. So one day come for half an hour class. You can understand here. But to get established again, you have to expose yourself to the teaching again and again. That means Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa has to continue until you are fully established.
And also to recall in situations when
you don't have to recall what is natural to you. Are you a woman? Are you a woman? Are you a woman? Are you a woman?
Body is.
I mean, are you a woman? Yes, you don't have to recall. No, it's gone deep inside. Until this, whatever I say, goes deep inside, you have to listen. How long is again time? So, are you in time or time is in you? Who is we? Who is that I? So, unrealized answer question I have to answer.
They are seeking, no? For their right to
So, who are you? You have to choose between unreal I and real I. Who is you? Okay. Then, what is waking state or dream state? So, now I spoke about deep sleep state. Right? So, people will come back and say, my dear sir, you told me about deep sleep state. In deep sleep state, I was not there. Then what is the point of telling you waking guy? Say, you are telling me I'm not in deep sleep, but still you are educating me. What is the point? Are you getting one of the question? So you are telling somebody who is not in the experience, who has a wrong understanding of experience, you are telling about that way. Why should I know about deep sleep? Tell me something about waking state. Understand? So now, avasthatraya viveka is over. Analyzing 3 states over. Now we are doing only veka analysis. We are only jagata avastha analysis we are doing. Why that is coming now? In the earlier state, I said waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and to prove you that you are not there. You means body mind complex. So now you come and tell it, sir, I understood. But deep sleep, I don't know. No, I am not there. No. What a point of for me no to do deep sleep? When the waking state, what I can do is the question. My problem is waking state. Now, waking state will have done this. Right? So, when you say I woke up, I dreamt, I slept, who is that I? Huh? How can body mind say I slept, I woke up, I dreamt?
Because that is what is changing, right? The one, the actual consciousness is not changing.
One will say, let me say, please repeat with me. I slept, I dreamt, I woke up. Who is that I? One who is there in 3 states only can say no. One who is not in 3 states, how can I say I woke up, I slept? Right? That I which is there in 3 states is never slept, never woke up. That's another problem. What is the doubt?
Whenever you ask her, I can think that, I'm not able to.
See, did you sleep? Who is that I?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Whenever you ask that question, I kind of go.
Show Surapai.
No, I always think that ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಮಲಗಿದ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
There's no body, there's no mind, there's no intellect. The one who is there, who? Atma. From Atma perspective, we can say. From Atma perspective, right? That's all. Okay. So now, let us look at from the Vaker perspective, from Vaker perspective, your perspective, right? So now, in Vaker world, there are 3 types of experience. The physical experience, the mental experience, and knowing, which is consciousness experience. Knowing is consciousness experience. Okay, are we clear? So now, forget about waking, dreaming, deep sleep. Go to the Vaker. Vaker is perception, conception, mental conception, and knowing. There are 3 things for the Vaker perspective. This corresponds to waking, dreaming, deep sleep. Corresponds to, because you have to analyze in the waking state now. We don't go to deep sleep, dream state. Perception, conception, knowing. 3. Are we clear? In the Vaker's perspective, right? What you see the world through sense organs. Because in waking state, I said there is a duality. You see sense organ through sense organs, you're seeing the world. Through the mind, you think of the world. And in the consciousness, you know, knowing. So this corresponds to waking, dreaming, deep sleep. In the waking state. Right? Now, unfortunately, I'm not teaching you, go and sleep all the time. In the waking state, how to recognize all this, I am telling you. So now let us understand what is consciousness. What is consciousness according to you people? What is consciousness and awareness? People get confused between 2 words, consciousness and awareness. Don't get confused. Both consciousness and awareness means knowingness. Knowing. Okay. So, what is consciousness and awareness? Yes, sir, Ashok. That's the only reality which is there. There's no other reality. The only reality which is there, we don't know anything about it. We know everything about anything else. Principle of knowing is called consciousness or awareness. Don't mix up the words. Okay. Sometimes in this thing, consciousness used, awareness used. Principle of knowing is what we are calling awareness or consciousness. Are we clear? So we can be aware of something, or we can be just awareness. Awareness is or awareness of. So now I'm aware of apple, aware of. I'm conscious of. I know apple. I know other. Knowing or awareness can be of the other, or I don't know. Nothing is there. Right? I know.
Perception, conception, and apperception are all in consciousness.
Don't you bring to the word apperception. So that's all. Traditional Vedanta term, don't mix it here. Just go to simple things, what you know. Right? As simple as possible, it's less complex.
Apple, not apple, or apple is not that. That knowing is intellectual.
No. See, knowledge and knowing you don't confuse. Okay. Knowledge is a state. I know science. I don't know chemistry. It's a state. Right? Once I know chemistry, the state changes. But knowing doesn't change. So it's like this. Intellect says, I thought. I know chemistry. What does Atma say? I know. It's a light, awareness. I am aware that I know. So now I learn physics. Atma says, I know. I know state doesn't change. Intellect. State, knowledge and ignorance is in the intellect, not in the consciousness. Right? We are not repairing consciousness. We are only repairing intellect. Yeah. So basically, somebody says, "Idu banana. This is banana." Atma says, "Gotaitappa." Ili yenilla gotaitappa. Gotaitappa will never change. The knowingness doesn't change. Only knowledge changes. Not changing knowledge and knowingness you don't confuse. The knowingness is Atma, awareness. Understanding has to be a change in the intellect. That's all. The confusion is the intellect. Atma, there's no confusion. So, what is consciousness? Consciousness means you know something, you are aware of something. Is there other than consciousness anything is there in the world? Are you sure? What is this? This is an apple. Apple is not there? You meant to say apple is not there? Huh? Is there no apple you see? The moment apple is there, I am there and apple is there. Duality is there, no? Say, in waking state, I said, a duality appears. Subject object duality appears. Sleep means there's no duality. That's always the difference. Right? So in waking state, I'm saying apple is there. Is it there or not, Rashmi?
For a waiter.
Huh? Rashmi, you have to prove me it's not there. I said consciousness alone is there. Okay. So is apple there or not there? Ashok. He is trying to escape. Is apple there or not there?
Again, we are from conscious perspective. Conscious
They are not.
for a waiter, duality.
So it means waking state duality. Is apple there or no? It's there. If apple is apple there, if I'm not aware of the apple, then it's not there. So what appears is apple is possible only with awareness, in awareness. Is it clear? Okay. When I say I'm aware of apple, what does it mean? I become aware of the apple. So awareness is reflected in the apple. That only I am seeing. I'm not seeing apple. Huh? Awareness only. So it's like, I mean, let's say, is there, let's use the word consciousness, right? So when I see the apple, it's called apple consciousness, right? Can you separate consciousness from any seeing, right? Use the word, okay? Let's repeat, okay? When I see apple, it's apple consciousness. When I see banana, it's banana consciousness. When I see mango, it's mango consciousness. When I see the body, body consciousness. So what is common to all is called consciousness. Okay? Understand? But apple, mango, and body, they have different forms and names. Okay? What is unchanging? Consciousness. What is changing? Name and form. What is name and form? Changes. What is no name and form does not change. What changes is unreal. It appears and disappears. So it's not there. Only consciousness is there. What should we see? Who sees?
So to actually be the consciousness and what?
No. See, please understand. Anything cannot be experienced without consciousness. Correct? So apple can be experienced with apple consciousness. Mango can be experienced with mango consciousness. Consciousness is underlying because we ignore the consciousness all the time. I'm saying consciousness is there. So the apple, mango, or banana, or pineapple, experience changes. Correct? But consciousness doesn't change. Knowingness doesn't change. Are we clear? So name and form changes, but consciousness doesn't change. Is that clear? Don't change the topic. Okay? Consciousness doesn't change. Okay? Then what is banana? Then banana can be experienced banana consciousness. Banana consciousness is knowledge. Understand? Understand? Every experience is finally is knowledge. Are you clear? Knowledge is nothing but conditioned consciousness. Condition is not a play. Conditioned conscious. Conscious knowledge is but a knowing condition. Okay? Knowing doesn't change. So conditions appear and disappear. Banana experience sometime, mango experience sometime. Experience change, but knowing or consciousness doesn't change. So what is changing is called mithya. What is unchanging is satya. So other than consciousness, anything is there in the world? What Shruti? Are you sure? Rashmi? Are you clear? Huh? This is the meaning of Sarvam Khalu Brahma. All that's Brahman only. There's nothing can be experienced in the world, in the perception, sensation, thought, feeling, emotions. Nothing can be perceived without a consciousness. Right? So we can say body consciousness. Instead of saying body consciousness. Mind consciousness. Object consciousness. Mango consciousness we can say, because we remove the word consciousness from our perspective. Consciousness is common. But experience keep changing. All experience are but nothing but knowledge. Right? All knowledge is nothing but knowing. Okay. Then, what is the definition of deep sleep and waking state? Deep sleep state is consciousness experiencing itself. Okay. Waking state is consciousness experiencing itself in the form of banana. No, don't change that. Only consciousness is there, right? Consciousness experience itself is called deep sleep. Consciousness experiencing something other than itself. There's no other than itself. So this way, consciousness experience itself in the form of object is called waking state.
Consciousness is there.
Wait. Don't jump, right? First, consciousness. There's in deep sleep, there's a bliss. This bliss. So consciousness experiencing itself is called bliss. Consciousness experiencing itself in the form of apple, mango, or pineapple is called happiness.
It's not permanent.
You come beyond name and form now. go through the logic again. The logic is
Bliss is constant.
don't even, you have to listen to sharply what I'm saying now. What I told earlier, gone. That you understood, right? See, what is waking deep sleep state? Deep sleep state is there's nothing other, no duality. Then what is there? Consciousness alone is there. And what is there? Bliss. So consciousness experience itself is called bliss. Bliss is infinite. Bliss is consciousness. Correct? Waking state is what? Dream state is what? Consciousness experience something other than itself. There can be other than, nothing other than itself is possible. Right?
Content of consciousness is also conscious.
Content of consciousness also is conscious. Object also is consciousness. Object also is temporary form of consciousness. Otherwise we have duality, split, subject and object duality.
Guruji,
Yes, madam.
in the deep sleep state, consciousness is experiencing itself.
Correct.
When it in the awake state, consciousness is experiencing me and world as two.
Correct. So let us go one step further. Okay.
Okay.
There is nothing other than consciousness. Right? There's nothing called consciousness and matter. There's no duality. Non-duality is reality. Why that non-duality reality? We'll understand later. First, understand there's nothing other than consciousness possible. Correct? So let me ask you, who was the question? Asha. You can bring Asha in the picture. Okay. So Asha, you're saying consciousness is there, me and the world is there. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
In your dream, you were there and you went to Paris. So you and Paris were there in the dream. True?
Yes.
Are there you and Paris in the dream?
No.
What was there?
Consciousness.
The sleeper consciousness appeared as you, appeared as a dream world.
Yeah.
Right? There's no really Paris, there's no really you.
That's right.
The consciousness experienced Paris, which is nothing but consciousness in the dream.
Yes.
In the waking state, the consciousness experiencing itself in the form of me and the world. There's no other.
Yeah. That's
got
right.
it?
Yeah, got it. Clear.
Understand? So that's why I took it step by step. When you say anything is called experience, experience is nothing but knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but knowing. Are you clear? Okay. So in the waking state, I see object, various objects. So if I see the world, I'll call the world consciousness. If I see the cosmos, I say cosmic consciousness. If I say God, God consciousness. God also comes and disappears. World also comes and disappears. Okay. So consciousness you cannot remove from anything, right? So you say object consciousness, banana consciousness, you can say. So the banana consciousness is a knowledge. Knowledge in me. Understand? What is knowledge? Knowledge is nothing but knowing conditioned. Knowing of knowing and name and form. Correct? Understand? So what is there? Knowing only is there now. Consciousness only is there now. Consciousness only is appearing as object now. Where is the subject object duality? Your waking state is not dual state. Only our understanding is duality. You don't have to correct the experience. You have to correct the understanding. Are you clear? Anybody's doubt? Confusion? See, other than consciousness, nothing is there. So what is appearing as object? Object is not object consciousness. What is object consciousness? Knowledge. Knowledge is knowing conditioned. The conditions appear and disappear, like waves appear and disappear. Nothing happens to water. Huh? Is there something called realization of Brahman? Brahman alone is there. What to realize to? To realize what? The infinite consciousness alone appears as object, subject and object. Subject consciousness, object consciousness is there. And subject-object consciousness relates to experience. Experience is knowledge. Knowledge is knowing conditioned. Conditioning is name and form. Name and form keep changing. What is changing is not there. Then what is changing? Unchanging. Brahman only is there. Rashmi, are you awake? Are you awakened? Are you understanding the logic? See, we are trying to, in the name of spirituality, we are searching for experience. Right in front of us, what is experience is non-dual experience. That we are confused because of duality. We are confused. By name and form, we are confused as duality. That's all. I'll give you another example. Water appears as ocean and wave. Big wave, small wave. Is that big wave and small wave? It's only water. You are giving some name. Just because you give a name, there's some wave becomes separate, is that? Huh? Just because you give the name of subject and object for consciousness, this is consciousness chain. Huh? Then what are you trying to realize?
That hitting of I am consciousness will happen through Shavana Manana.
You'll hit now. I have started open the nail. I have taken the nail only. Hammer I have to take now. Okay, hammer is there now. Right now, just I am taking nail and pencil. I have to hit it. So, is this logic clear to all? Any confusion in the logic? All objects, all subjects is nothing but consciousness. A temporary appearance in consciousness. So, deep sleep means consciousness experiencing itself is called deep sleep. Consciousness experiencing itself in the form of objects is called dream. Okay? Consciousness experiencing itself in the form of object is called waking state. So, dream and waking states are same. Understand? See, in your dream, you enjoyed 1 cup of coffee. What has happened? The sleeper consciousness enjoyed a cup of coffee, which is nothing but sleeper consciousness. Was there coffee and sleeper, dreamer there? They're both consciousness appearing as subject, object, and experience. Now, are we clear? So now what are you studying in Vedanta? Come to the point. So let me repeat. Awareness means you are aware of something as opposite in inertness, right? Just to give knowingness. Just awareness or consciousness is knowingness. So how is knowingness? I know banana, but banana does not know. Knowingness, at least you understand deep inside, intuitively. I can't define knowingness. Okay. Awareness is knowing. Consciousness is knowing. Awareness is manifested in all perceptions and conceptions. And what is manifested in perception and conception is nothing but consciousness only. What is awareness is and what is aware of. Why I am aware of banana is next question. Why am I aware of something? I am aware of something is called object. But what I am aware of is also not nothing but consciousness only. Okay? Understand? See, if you don't understand this, we are searching for a non-dual state. There is no non-dual state. Please understand. So there's only non-dual state, non-duality. Otherwise, we are looking for a stage of vague experience of non-dual state. That's other than nothing, other than non-duality, nothing is there. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, all are nothing but non-dual reality. So, awareness is and awareness of, you understood, right? What is the difference? What is the difference between awareness is and awareness of? Awareness is called sleep. Awareness of is called waking state and dream state. Subject, object. Name and form is unreal. So consciousness we are experiencing. That's why it appears to be real. Waking state appears to be real because consciousness experiences itself. It can't say I am experiencing unreal. See, waking state appears to be real when you're waking. Dream is appears to be real because consciousness experiences itself. It cannot say I am experiencing unreal. Because consciousness experiences itself, it's real. Now you're coming there only. Okay, are we clear now? So now awareness is means sleep. Awareness of something means waking and dreaming. Subject object duality comes. What you are aware of is called knowledge. Object is nothing but knowledge. Okay, so knowledge is nothing but qualified awareness, a conditioned awareness. Awareness is infinite. Awareness appears to be conditioned by knowledge. So banana consciousness or banana awareness is a conditioning of awareness by banana. Are you clear? Conditioning. Is conditioning permanent? Conditioning appears and disappears. Correct? Conditioning appears and disappears. According to circumstances. So what appears and disappears is not really there. Not really there means there's nothing called banana. It's only consciousness appearing as like that. There's nothing called necklace. Necklace is nothing but appearance of gold. So we live with the illusion, forgetting consciousness, we live with the illusion called banana is there. Banana consciousness is there, banana is not there. Anything separate from consciousness, it is mithya, unreal. So say when Shankaracharya said Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, Jagat without consciousness is mithya, unreal. Jagat, world consciousness is Satya. Understand? Why we are experiencing waking state as real? Because consciousness is experiencing itself. How it can say unreal? You're getting consciousness is real. Real experience itself in the form of objects. How it can be unreal experience? What is unreality here is taking the world as independently real is false.
Understanding is like has to be corrected.
Yeah. Nothing else can be corrected.
Understand the wrong place. So
Wrong understanding.
There is no waking state, there is no sleeping state. Consciousness is constant ever. Just the consciousness, not the reason.
Okay. So qualified awareness is called knowledge. Now, what is knowledge? I'm questioning. Shravan, next step. What do I know? Consciousness experience itself, right? Understand? What am I experiencing? See, what is this? Banana is called existence. Consciousness experiences existence in the form of banana. Come next step. See, banana is, apple is, mobile phone is, means existence. Correct? No? So there is banana, I'm experiencing banana. So what you are experiencing? Existence is. Understand? Isness you are experiencing. Are you clear? Who is the experiencer? Consciousness. Consciousness experiences itself as banana. And what aspect of a banana is we are not experiencing a non-existing banana. Existing banana, existence. Existence is appearing in the form of banana. I am experiencing. Now, is existence and consciousness separate? How do you say that?
Is the consciousness.
I'll make a statement. Please repeat. I exist. Is it true?
Yes.
It is true. When you say I am going or I am coming, I is consciousness, am is existence. So you are saying I exist and I am conscious. You are saying again and again. Correct? Are you clear? Existence, conscious. So now make a statement. I don't exist. I don't exist. Make a statement. Why?
No, I exist.
You cannot, existence you cannot separate out. So you can't say I don't exist. So I am aware, you say. So I say I'm not aware. I'm not aware, you can say.
Awareness of what?
I am not aware. Can you say that? You cannot, I am not aware of apple or banana, you can say, but I am not aware. Awareness, can you ever say I am not aware? You may be aware of something or not aware of something, but I am not awareness. Can you say that? So existence you cannot deny, awareness you cannot deny. So existence and awareness are not different or not? Are they different or same? So consciousness is experiencing existence, which is nothing but consciousness in the form of banana. I exist and I am aware, same. That's why consciousness is called Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means existence, Chit means awareness, Ananda means bliss. So when consciousness experiences itself, is called bliss, deep state. Awareness is. When you experience consciousness, experience something else, is called happiness. But so there's no something else. Consciousness experiences itself in the form of object. That's why it's limited happiness.
Itself. So that is why the statement is here.
That's why when you experience waking state, it appears to be very real, because reality is experiencing itself. Reality is not experiencing unreality. Understand? So the moment say mithya, people think that something, we are speaking of something which is non-existing. Mithya is non-existing. Mithya is taking name and form as real is false. It's like, go give me necklace. I don't want gold. Impossible. Gold is appearing as necklace. So that's where world is mithya as appearance. Just world. So world consciousness is satya.
Okay. Gold is satya. Necklace is mithya. World consciousness is satya. World is mithya.
There's no independent world other than consciousness. Yeah. Correct? So that's why when we experience the waking state, it appears to be real. And the reality is experiencing itself in the form. Are you clear? So pinching experience real, talking experience real, because reality is experiencing itself in a limited way. Okay? Are you clear? Any questions? Why does it happen? You find out. So if you ask the question, who is asking the question, that why does it happen, it will be clear. I'll tell you why. Okay. Is this clear to you? So in all our experiences, awareness is there. Right? You're listening to me. Awareness is there. In all objects, existence is there. Existence and awareness are not separate. But our mind thinks ulta palta. Our mind is ulta palta. Okay? Mind is always inverted view of life. So the banana is there. Is it true? Is it true? No. It's false. Isness appearing as banana is true. So what is objective? What is subject? What is object? What is noun and what is adjective? Noun is banana. Existence is adjective. Banana is there. In reality, existence is the noun. Existence is appearing as banana. Banana is adjective. Irvike banana. Because banana changes, but existence doesn't change. Is it too heavy? Becoming too heavy? It's lunchtime. No energy in the brain.
Matter plus energy or consciousness gives the isness.
Energy is not energy, matter, everything is consciousness. There's no matter and consciousness. Consciousness appears as matter. Okay? Right? Consciousness appears as matter. Consciousness is not matter. Matter is consciousness. Other way. So Rashmi, is it becoming heavy? Huh? Really? Or anybody wants to stop? We can say stop at this point. Yes. Ulta palta looking. Ulta palta way of life. So, what you are aware of is called knowledge. In the waking state, there is knowledge. In deep sleep state, there is only knowing. Awareness of something is called knowledge. Awareness is called consciousness. What you are aware of becomes qualified for awareness. Qualified awareness is knowledge. Essence of knowledge is isness. What I have become aware of? Existence. That means consciousness becomes aware of its own existence in the form of isness. It's called Satyam. So that's why knowledge is nothing but existence. Existence is knowledge. What is common in all objects of experience is called existence. What is common in all experience is called awareness. Awareness and existence are not different. That realization has to happen. They are splitting the whole thing. Are you clear? So
basically, I am consciousness, not existence.
You are conscious and existence together, both. It cannot be separate. You say, I am conscious, but I am not existence, you can say. I don't exist. Okay. So now, next question. How the objects appear and where they disappear? See, I see the, I really have to read your mind. So where the objects appear and where they disappear. Okay, let me ask you a question. See, let us ask this question. Okay. In your dream, a tiger appeared and you appeared and you started running. Then you woke up. Where did the tiger appear from? Where did the tiger disappear into? Where did the tiger, where were you in dream? Where did it appear from dream? Where did it disappear in dream? Why did you appear in dream?
The class, whatever is happening now, this is sort of consciousness.
Yes, everything is not part of consciousness, no part.
Consciousness.
It's consciousness. Okay, let me take this way. Every object appears in consciousness. Appears is nothing but consciousness experiencing existence. Means itself. Existence is consciousness itself. Consciousness experiences itself in the form of existence is called waking state. Okay. Consciousness not experiencing anything is called sleep. Is it simple? Now, why does the consciousness experience itself? Is the next question. So, first let us answer the question. Where do object appear? Where the object disappears. They appear in consciousness, disappear in consciousness. Are we clear? The wave appears in water, wave disappears in water. That's all is it.
The thing is green.
So,
It just happens.
so the why the question is coming from the ego. And who is that ego fellow? You'll find out. Ignorance. We'll find out. Are you getting what I'm saying? Is it becoming heavy? You should stop. If I have to stop, we'll stop. Right? Shall we take lunch? Huh? What?
This part we can finish.
Please raise your hand. How many people want immediate lunch? Okay. Or how many people say, unless I get enlightened, I don't take lunch? So you'll never be able to take lunch because you never you can never be enlightened. Because there's no ignorance and there's no enlightenment. So, silence. Okay. So, shall we break for half an hour for lunch and again continue? How long the class will continue? I don't know. Is it okay for you? Urgency to go back? Eat of you, Suda. Okay. So, why is appearing? I am not saying. Where it's appearing, where it's disappearing, I am saying. Right? Okay. So, many meditation practices, they say, observe the breath. So, people don't understand. They keep on observing the breath. And tired. So, what is the real meaning is, where is the breath coming from and where is the breath merging, observing? That's consciousness. Breath is appearing conscious, disappearing conscious. Become aware of that. Otherwise, you keep on observing the breath, you keep on observing the breath forever. Right? Everything is appearing consciousness, merging in consciousness. Observe that. Instead of observing breath, you can as well observe liver or kidney also, doesn't matter. But ultimately, you have to observe where it's appearing, where it's disappearing. So let us take this way. Okay. You are in deep sleep. Morning, we woke up. Suddenly, body appeared. Not for the others, for you, the body appeared. After body appeared, world appeared. Thoughts and feelings appeared. Where did they come from? They came from deep sleeper's consciousness. Sleepers, no sleeper, there's no duality, no. In the sleep, pure awareness is there, no duality. Right? There's no other. Suddenly, the body and the world appear. Suddenly, spontaneously, together. But there are also your ignorance. Bangalore was there, I woke up also, another problem is there. So Bangalore and body appear together spontaneously. So when you go to sleep, spontaneously merge back. Huh? Are you clear? So this is what is happening to us. Now, where is you in this whole picture? Where is this? You have to find out. I'm not you, that you is lost. We'll have to find out that you guy. The guy who wants to find the answer. The guy who wants to get rid of suffering. We'll come to that guy. After lunch. Huh? Culprit. It's not a culprit. The one who is okay. Now let me summarize this. Okay, just see this. The summary of this is consciousness. Now let us ask: consciousness has a body or body has consciousness? Huh? But here, see, we think body has consciousness. Okay, where do all appearances disappear? Into vacuum they will come. Huh? They appear in consciousness and disappear in consciousness. Okay, many people say, many people have a wrong teaching. Nothing, from nothing everything appears. False. Into consciousness appear, into consciousness disappear. When they appear to be limited in time and space. Okay, limitation does not apply to consciousness. Appearance has a limitation, but consciousness has no limitation. In every experience or absence of experience, consciousness is always same and present. It doesn't change. Now, who has consciousness? We'll find out that. Okay, we'll have a half an hour break for lunch. We are joining at 2:30 for people in Zoom session. Okay.